why.
soon.
I think it's because Buns is so close to Bun. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to Plat Chat VALORANT episode 257. Well, if you've seen the title, we are at the end of this going to be ranking every single VCT team, and we will die in the midst of the show at some point, I think. But before that, because there's no matches to review, we've got serious business. We've got roster moves. We've got wrap-up content that we skipped due to Santiago. We got essentially us reading the Sheep Esports website. Shout out to Sheep Esports for doing such good recap and reporting. And in the meantime, Bren's shoveling food into
dude, that's
his
a big
mouth.
amount. What you got there?
That looks
that looks
delicious
good.
as well.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks so nice.
I'm going to tell you, Mum, it's rude to speak with your mouth full.
It's rude to be eating on a podcast, surely.
Yes, but in my defense, I don't have one. I lost track of time and I didn't eat.
The lawyer for the defense rests. Our members asked a question this week that I want to just jump straight into. The member question for this week, and you can ask a question if you're a member to the show. Please do support. The members asked, Nestigator said, what agent would your pets main? And they said, bonus points for photo or video evidence. Yes, this is a thinly veiled ploy to see Sliggy's bunnies. So, I mean, it's just so blatant. It's so blatant fan service.
They reply 2 minutes later, please, I beg.
They replied to themselves. That's crazy.
Yeah.
2 minutes later. That's desperation. It's pure desperation.
Are we
It's
going to
paid
see
off.
the
Will you
see the
deliver?
pet?
Yeah. I will. I send the videos over. We got the footage.
Videos. You
Dude,
said
I've gone
videos.
hard for this. Yeah.
Oh,
I got
man.
So I have 5 pets, so I have a full roster. So I thought,
Okay.
why not try and make it into a team that would like kind of work a little bit. So okay, if you just go through and then I'll just see what comes up and then we'll talk. Okay, so this is the first one. This is Anya, the hamster. And for a hamster, well, for your team, you got to have a fearless entry, right? You got to have a fearless entry. So I would probably put her on neon. If you got the video, I promise no animals were hurt in this video. You'll see they get straight back on the wheel after. This would be my neon main, fearless, doesn't mind getting a pie, can fall in a round, and can then just straight away next round get back on the wheel and keep on going. So this would be my neon.
Absolutely
Anya.
selfless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do we got next, Kurt? What have we got? Okay, these are my 2 bunnies as well. So we've got 2 free roam bunnies. The one on the left is Jigsaw. The one on the right is Chucky. They're named after horror films. That's the vibe that we go for. So I think if you skip the next picture and you go straight to, yeah, this is the next picture. And then you go straight to the video. We got our other duelists. So Chucky, I'm practicing Waylay double dash. As you can hopefully see here.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, dude got the double dash down.
The entry pathing is so erratic. How would
Yeah,
you how
right?
would you even track that?
That's what I'm saying.
I like
So-
the part where he refracts and literally starts
He just
going
goes
backwards.
into the back, yeah. So that's our duelists.
So we're
And
playing
then-
double duelist neon waylay is
Double
the
duelists.
vision. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little meta at the moment, maybe. And then we got our Viper main because she's just straight up toxic, just stealing everything.
Just
This is-
stole it.
Yeah, it's meant to be a treat for both of them, but this would be our Viper. So Jigsaw would be the Viper, who's obviously toxic.
Yeah,
Makes
I
sense.
like it. They got
Yeah.
a good killer instinct as
Yeah,
well.
killer instinct. And then probably if you're running a Viper, unless you're me in 2020, you need to run another smokes. So I would run a Harbor. So this is our Axolotl Kita.
Oh wow.
And obviously underwater makes sense. Harbor.
You got to have harbor.
Axolotls are the ones that can regenerate their limbs, right?
Yeah, and they're
It's crazy.
they're nuts. Yeah, they're really crazy. Yeah. So I think this one made a lot of sense. Just chilling in some bubbles.
Bro, what is my harbor doing?
Just practicing the cove, getting it ready.
Mhm.
And then last but not least, you got to have a flex on your team here as well. So this
Yo!
is our horse.
You have a horse?
You have a
You
horse?
have a
Yeah.
pony? What the hell?
We have a horse. So my girlfriend's aunt decided that living in Iceland isn't hard enough and expensive enough. So here's a horse just to make your life a little harder. Yeah, we have Icelandic horse.
It's also the most Icelandic picture ever. You could just see the glaciers in the mountains
background.
behind. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this would be the flex. So probably like Fade, Sky, something like that.
Probably
Who's
better
the
than my
IGL?
Fates and Skies.
He's the IGL. Who's the smartest here? Oh boy. Might have to be the hamster, to be honest.
The hamster.
Trust me, the others aren't smart.
The hamster that we saw falling off of the water bottle.
Yeah, this might be our IGL.
Oh no, we're good.
It's not going good. It's not
So
going
it's-
well.
Yeah. So it's they're going to be playing like Team Liquid-esque compositions or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
G2-esque comps.
It's basically perma retake with the harbor, I think, double jewelers.
Okay. I like it. So Sliggy's got a whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going next? Me, Bren?
I can go. I don't have a
Right.
whole team to bring to the picture. I just have a player who I guess, could maybe trial for a team, and I think is already proving herself on the rank ladders. If we pull this up, the one thing I noticed was missing from all of Sliggy's pets pictures, no actual gameplay. We're all talking about this out of game stuff, these these intangibles, but don't look at the combat report in game of what happened this round. But let's just say that she's been playing. And has been pracking, and Callie's ready to lock in. Her agent pool's not great, particularly. She's basically only been playing Clove. I don't know why, but it's only been Clove. It's only been the most toxic ranked agents, and she's also continually getting distracted by other random things on the desk. So maybe some, in an interview, you want to be honest, say what your weaknesses are. But her strengths is she's been pracking.
So if she was playing at land, the other team just has to shine a little laser light, and she's just off in the middle of a clutch.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
run-
They do
run
like
away.
the walkouts with all the crazy lights and shit, and she's just like just sprinting back and forth. But if you can get that like 2 minutes of locked in,
Okay.
unstoppable.
It's a great substitute for our new Liquid Pets team.
Yeah.
Liquid Pets makes it sound
Liquid
like I'm
Pets
gonna blend
is
them.
good, though,
That's not happening. Bren, what are you bringing to the table?
I've got Alice's baby maid dog that's in Korea, Jindo, and this is May. This is May. They think
that
they're
dog
a
is
human.
having a feast.
They think they're a human. They get spoiled by Alice's parents right now. It gets hand-fed Hanu beef. It's living a better life than me. And it would be an Omen main or a Phoenix main because it has to be a Jorgamo or Mako fan. So that's
Let's go
what we're
good
going
fashion.
with. Yeah. It can hide
Okay.
from the shadows. It can beg for food. But not beg like as in whine. It would just sit there and stare at you until you give food. And key traits, it once went to the vets recently, and the vet said, I've never seen an overweight Jindo until today.
Wow.
It doesn't look overweight.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not but Jindo's...
Is this like Korean beauty standards for
No,
dogs?
no,
What?
Jindos just don't eat much. They just don't.
Okay.
If you put food in front of them, they won't really eat that much. But he's a spoiled...
Well,
He's a
yeah,
spoiled
bro.
guy.
If you put food in front of them, they won't eat much. Meanwhile, a pic of it having beer and soju with kimchi and
Yep.
beef.
He could be... Yes. Yeah, he could be royalty. We don't know. But he'll be an Omen main, a Phoenix main.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up for Korea. We're trying to not get him onto the DRX Academy team because that's just a lost cause.
Well, we'll talk about
We'll
that
be
later
floundering
on.
for a bit.
Who
but
knows?
Yeah.
But when the next DRX Academy player gets dropped, she
Yeah,
could
Yeah,
be
maybe
next
May's
up.
next
Yeah.
up, I think.
May
Yeah.
could be
The
the
trouble is, like, we need Maka to go to a better place.
Mm.
And then May
a
can...
farm upstate. What are
Yeah,
you suggesting?
what the
No,
hell?
as in, like, a better team so that they can finally lift the trophy.
Right.
You know?
Like
'Cause the
RB
last
did
one's-
recently
last
with
one's not
Nongshu.
true. Yeah, the last one from Vision Strike, of course. So, you know.
Well, my pet is not much of a Valorant player. My pet is more of a Junkrat player, personally. But Kirk can bring it up. This is my pet. He plays Junkrat to a really
what
high
the
level.
fuck is this?
He's been playing Lash
Oh, what
recently
the
as well.
fuck is this? You
And,
sick. Is it? We're past 5 minutes. We are past 5 minutes. Okay.
There's no knowing what he's
Guy
going to be
is
doing
sick
out
in the
here.
head. You keeping
What do you
his-
mean?
You keeping his child in
What
your
was the name of
bedroom?
your
Where?
pet? What is the name of your pet?
May.
Maid. Oh, I thought you said maid. Mine's got a similar name though. Mine's got a similar name.
Are we meant to? Who is this?
This
dude?
is. How am I
Who
supposed
is
to
this?
yes and off
TF?
this? This bro's going to be on a fucking list.
What do you mean?
Like, how am I supposed to yes and? Huh? Like, look at this. What are you? What
Yes,
is this? The
and
material
you're
giving?
going to jail, Josh.
Let's.
When was
move
the
it
last
along
time you
then.
spoke to
Let's move
Super,
it
by the
along.
way?
Oh, years ago, honestly, years ago.
Is it Overwatch
why-
player? I take it.
he's one of the greatest Overwatch players of all time.
Your average Overwatch player, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
an average Overwatch
That
player.
makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Why do you have that photo?
Oh, why do I have many photos saved on my phone in a
That's
locked
you
folder?
can't answer the question with like this vague maxing.
What?
Vague.
Just-
photo.
I just saw funny folder and I don't know what's in there from Kurt's PC.
Wait,
All right, let's
one
move
photo-
along anyway. Let's move along.
Dude,
Let's
I
move
have
one
some
photo from the
funny
funny
stuff on the
folder.
funny folder.
I'm sure you do. It's like the pipe
I'm sure
noise.
you
Dog gif
Wait, what
or
about a Mike?
something.
What about a Michael image? That's pretty good.
Let me find it.
Can we get one image as a treat before we have
One
to talk about
image?
like 80 roster moves? Just as a little treat before we have to talk
this
about
is
every
just a
team's
screenshot
academy
of
team.
me alone in a Discord call. Oh, that's pretty
And
good.
it's funny.
All
I
right,
love
there you go.
that so much.
Kurt turns up to Plat Chat on the wrong day.
Where is everyone?
Brent, you were talking about it. You don't want to send your dog to DRX Academy. But maybe you could have a fate like Young and you could get called up to the main squad, even though we don't have a clue who they're going to replace, at least as far as I'm aware. Let's start talk. Let's begin Mimi's nightmare of talking about the roster moves that we didn't discuss during Santiago. DRX. Termy's doing his Termy thing, bro. He can't resist. He cannot resist.
It's kind of understandable, isn't it? Degree.
Is it?
Because they lost certain players and it didn't look too hot in kickoff.
It's
Right, losing
I thi-
flashback and
I think it's hard to know, isn't it? Like when I was watching the matches that they played, they actually I thought they were going to be favorites over Paper X in the lower bracket, and they ended up getting eliminated there. But I didn't think this team looked bad at all. I mean, the addition of Hermes seemed fine. I wasn't blown away by the guy by any means, but
I mean, I just felt like it just felt weird to kind of end the 2025 on double duelist, kind of show everyone that it's going to be the meta, and then you get all the changes that proves it's a double duelist, and then to move away from double duelist just feels insanely weird for me personally. And they played double duelist on one map, right? Pretty sure it was Breeze. So I don't think the changes needed to happen. I think they just needed to be. Guys, you were playing the double duelist meta when it made less sense. Why did they move away from it?
yeah.
And then now they're
'Cause
like,
they were,
well, it
they
doesn't
were
work. We
playing
better
it at
change
the
someone.
beginning of kickoff, right?
What?
Like the first game they went into, looking back at it right now, they played it and then they changed into like this Thyy breach stuff later on.
Yeah, because they literally cannot play the same stuff for longer than 2 weeks.
I don't
the
know.
stuff
They
is
don't
very
settle on
drilled.
stuff.
It's
They don't
super
settle on
drilled.
stuff. Super drilled?
Yeah, like what I mean by that is maybe drilled has too much of a positive connotation. What I mean is it's like extremely set game plans, I think, when I watch DRX. Their execs are always really nice and they're well thought through and they have like a little flair to them. But they tend to do whenever they group up, for example, B exec on Corrode. We were talking about them having like some small changes to like Youngman's path in and a fate, but they're literally doing the same kind of stuff every time they approach a map. They just have like some small shifts on it. I think that like extremely drilled exec style, I think they thought that the double duelist had been figured out from them. I could imagine them, because they'd been running it for so long and they hadn't been as free flowing as the other teams with it. Maybe they
Sure, but
just were getting wrecked by scrims.
you're also. I mean, that's the thing that I was going to say is like a counter argument. If you're playing scrims against like Paper X and especially Nongshim, surely you go, oh, okay, this is what we should be doing. Like no one in Pacific has an excuse because they're playing against the teams that are dominating. Like they're the ones that should be copying. You've got the advantage of having Nongshim in your region to play against them and go, oh, okay, this is busted.
Yeah.
No one's got a Danby.
That is
I
true.
mean, Hyunmin's pretty good on Neon, bro. I agreed that no one is Danby, but Hyunmin's up there.
Yeah. They had a set. I don't know if they were, because I didn't watch many of the games at all, but the maybe I should just stop talking. Actually, in hindsight, after saying that, I actually don't know what I'm talking about here because I didn't really watch the games. But I think DRX have always had an issue with setting up talent well, and they always. I don't know if that's the same case with Hermes, but putting him on multiple different roles, like he's predominantly playing Sentinel and KO and Yoru. And it's like you're having him play everything, and you need a truly exceptional player to do that. Almost like what T1 asked of a player like Izu when they lifted the trophy as well in Bangkok. But they've always been a team that seems to just try to settle on a new identity every 2 weeks. It's always felt like to me.
Do you think they
whenever I watch
try
them.
to? I feel like in a lot of ways, DRX has had like a similar identity for so much of their time, where like what Jess was talking about them with being them like wanting to be very drilled, very exec heavy, very like the like classical Korean
Yeah.
Valorant. Like they
I mean,
shift
in
the
terms of the
specifics of how
comps.
they're trying to do that. But I think like in terms of like the soul of the team, if anything, I think you could fault them for like kind of having the same soul for like the last 5 years, and oftentimes, in my opinion, like not fully adapting into the meta. When I liked this team the most was Champions 2025 when they were playing the Mosquito Cup, which was still very like classically DRX, but I felt like it was a meta and it was a comp that worked very, very well with the way that they wanted to play.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, you're completely right. Like, stylistically, I think they still lean into the stuff that got them success throughout most of their careers, right, as a team. But I don't know if that's on the coaches or what, but it could be. It could be. It could be some level as well of like the Korean hierarchy of like they want players that are actively going to be listening to the coaches and like, this is how you must play. This is how you must do things. Whereas there was a really enlightening interview from the Nongshim coaches where I'm not sure which coaches it was, but they were talking about how they used to be like that, where it was like my way or the highway, but they've come around more to the younger players being like, well, what's your say on this? Like trusting their younger players more in terms of what they want to do, even if they disagree with the idea inherently. And so maybe it's some element of that where it's just the reason why they're stuck in this same rut of the similar archetype of the way that they want to play, heavy exec style. Everything needs to be well-drilled, honed to a certain point where everybody knows the precise pieces of util that you're using for this exec. And then you're missing something there because you're not actually giving as much agency to the players. I'm just speculating. I don't actually know if that's the case, but
You've
it wouldn't
reminded
surprise
of-
me.
You've reminded me of a comms clip that we heard of Alex from PaperX, which was the exact opposite side of this, where he said they were chatting before the game began, and he's like, "Just don't make me mad, okay?" And then he's thinking about it, and he's like, "Well, actually, you can make me a little bit mad, because usually when I'm mad, it means that you guys had some fucking insane, stupid idea, but then you pulled it off anyway." Which I think is just perfectly PaperX. It's like Alex is not giving them. Yeah, Alex is like finding out the tools that his team are using to try to solve scenarios, and he's like, "That shit's fucking stupid," and then somehow it works because the players are nuts and they think about the game differently. Anyway, sorry, to get onto the meat of the topic though, they've pulled up an academy player called Young to the main roster, and I don't really understand what the purpose of this is. Like, are they just replacing Hermes? Bane has been a player that they've rotated on and off the active roster for a while as well, so it could be that. I never trust looking at these guys like agent pools when they played on the academy, because they always change the agents that they play when they bring them up to the main roster anyway. Like, it feels like every time they bring up some, like, you know, cracked duelist, or they bring up a Senti or whatever, and then they move them to Initiator or something similar to that. So, any theories why you would even have this guy be coming up?
Yeah, I got no idea. I like actually have no idea. Like, even the stats aren't like crazy good when you look at them. So you just think, well, I don't really get it, man. I just think they just have to change, man. They just can't sit still.
Yeah, maybe it's just a player that fits into the hierarchy, the system that they've got. They have a very defined system that they like to stick to, and they want a player that's going to be open to being like, we need a player that can play whatever we need every 2 weeks. 1 week, you might be playing. It's like, you know, when people are hiring for a startup and they don't realize that they're getting exploited, you know? And they're like, we need somebody who can wear many hats. And it's like, okay, so you need me to do like the work of 50 people? Like, is that what you're saying? Maybe that's how DRX operate. They're like, these young players are looking for a shot in tier 1. And they're like, we need you to play 5 roles. across 5 weeks, and then we're going to move you back down to the DRX Academy if it doesn't go well, even though we haven't set you up to succeed.
What if they just need a blood sacrifice like every 3 months? What if they need like that was the you know how they were adding and removing Foxy 9? They add a young player, they take his power, they bench him again. They add another one back 3 months later. There's something going. There is a theme where it's like 4 times a year DRX. They have to do this. They have to bench a young player, pull a new one out of academy. It'll always be the same thing. I don't know. I just don't feel like until like this team has some significant change with like the coaching staff or the IGL into like the direction of the team, it'll fundamentally always be DRX and always kind of make these same similar moves that they've been making for years and play the same similar style that they've been playing for years. And I mean, that's always done well enough to get them solid placements in Pacific, but I somewhat doubt that it'll get them another like deep international run, because I feel like when they were at their best recently was that Champs 2025 run, and even then that fell kind of short. So
they hit on the meta too back then.
Yeah.
Like they're because they changed all of their comps before Champs. They ran completely different stuff, right? In the qualification games.
They do this every tourney.
Yeah.
But also at the beginning of a tournament, I fuck with it. Like beginning of a tournament, I think you lean into the style that they have, where they always show like some different details, and it's like very refined. You know, you got to give the team credit too. They've been very consistent and been able to put up good results. And
the thing is,
it just has a ceiling.
That they look drilled. When they change stuff, they do look drilled. Like I always talk about the team having a time machine, because I have no idea how they change so much up and then have it looking like that, like laid out clean, strat books like deep. Like it's impressive what they do, but you just got to chill out a little bit. Like even like I don't know, man. Even when they got the meta right, they just change off of it. Or when stuff's working, they just change off of it. Or when it all looks like okay from the outside, it just looks like they feel like the easy route is just changing players. I know last year wasn't like completely in their control as well, but it's got to be too much, surely.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Let's move on to another team though that's also making changes in Pacific. Full Sense. Full Sense came into this year in a bit of a weird spot, obviously, because the previous organization, like most of these guys came from Talon. Talon crumbles. They move over almost the whole team to Full Sense, but they keep Leviathan from the Full Sense roster, who I think actually played pretty damn well. And so now they've made a roster change because presumably they didn't live up to their own desires of making it to Santiago, or even doing better than they actually did, of like looking like they were close to making it to Santiago. Because I don't think they looked early on like they were one of the teams in the hunt, but unfortunately this was another moment where Chobra's gut was validated, and they fell short like pretty far before the finish line. So Crws is coming in to replace Thyy in the starting five. So, yeah, but I mean, previous player from last year, but then moved to coach.
He's played. He's only coached for like what, a month, 2. So
yeah, a couple of months.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big shift in terms of like adding a proven IGL back into the team, probably lowering the firepower a bit. Although Thyy was kind of
he was
stinky.
Yeah, he was awful this year.
But he wasn't bad last year.
No, he was great last year.
You would expect better things than he did during kickoff over the course of the whole year.
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Okay.
I've seen a player turn coach and they sit in the sidelines and they wait for the right time to strike. Now, I'm not saying there's anything suspicious about this from Crws, but what if, slander moment, I'm going to get sued, but what if he's been like sabotaging him, to get back onto the roster and get playing again? Because I've heard that's happened before. Not in Valorant. I'm gonna be abundantly clear. It's not happening in Valorant. Didn't this happen with didn't Jake coach a team and go on to play?
He did.
In the roster?
Dude, he did. But I didn't know that he deliberately sabotaged.
No, I don't think he deliberately sabotaged. That's just slander. No, that's just slander. I don't think he did. But was he waiting for the right time to strike to get back in to play again?
I mean,
right time to strike.
Dude, we need to look back over the VODs and see what kind of positions Thyy was playing in. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's something there.
Crws
If an investigative journalist wants to get involved,
you should be double satcheling in alone into these sites. Bro. You're good enough. You should take it.
I think from my like outside view in, I think this kind of makes a lot of sense though. I think when he came to coaching and he had it was Jip Boys that was doing the IGLing, right? And I guess there was like a it kind of looked like when I was in Liquid and they had to just give him like a set plan from like the get-go. And then once the kind of timeouts had gone, they didn't really have a clue. There's like a couple of rounds where the mid-round and got nice, but I think he's just sitting there just being like, bro, this team would just be better if I played.
Yeah.
They just need some guidance. It's not a firepower thing. It's just we look lost in certain rounds. So I mean, his IGLing last year was good. He even had those crazy maps where he like carried. To be honest, there was like maybe 4 in the whole year where you're just like, Jesus, guy looks like he's one of the better aimers in this team. So I think this is cool. I hope they keep Primy on Duelist. Is kind of where I'm at with it. Which
He's
I
gotten
imagine
so
they will.
good.
Yeah,
Primy's
no,
gotten so good.
He's
man.
really good, man. Like the fact that he's like set free a little more in my eyes as well means that he can be great. I think this is a good move. I think this is a better move for them. They tried it with the new IGL and they thought it would work, and then it didn't. I think that's okay.
Who was IGLing for them?
Jip
I can't
Boys.
remember.
I'm like,
Oh yeah,
99%
Jip
sure.
Boys. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was. Yeah.
He's never
I
done
do
it
hope.
before.
Yeah, I do hope this is the move that can actually get them to a Masters too. Because I think it's such a shame that we haven't gotten to watch Primy on an international event yet. He was like the most hyped rookie player when he showed up and was like playing his first matches and looked insane. I feel like even when he's been on like teams that haven't succeeded, he's been so impressive that I would just love to watch to actually see him play at an
They
international
did play
tournament.
at Champs, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, in
Yeah, but it was
2024.
it just
It was like, yeah, it
didn't
was
really
barely
they
deliver,
just
playing.
scraped
know?
it. It was like his 4th game that he's
yeah.
playing, like at
Yeah.
Champs, basically. Yeah.
I do agree with you.
Seeing like the full form version, you know.
I get
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
He's way
Because
better now than he
mad
was back then
talented.
as well. He's
Right.
way better now.
He's one of the best aimers in the game. Like, he
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Who did
Yeah,
they even
he's
play at that
fantastic.
champs? They went out like 0-2-0-2, right? Oh,
They did
that
go
was where
out
they played like
0-2-0.
Phoenix Ascent
They were doing
against
some
Lev
crazy
in their
shit.
opener.
I just remember walking
Yeah.
past their area and just hearing screams.
Weren't they in the
At
group
Champs.
with Lev, Vitality, and
Yeah, they were.
and
Yeah, it
Trace or
was
something?
not
and, then, and then everyone else
Dude.
was trolling in the.
You know what's fucked
Oh,
up
that was
these
the-
days, though?
Mm.
It's like, you know, like his mechanics are so good that like 2 years ago, whatever it was, you look at him and like the innovation was like, oh my god, he's like crouching into the angles back and forth.
Yes.
Like he was like crouching in. Dude, I tried to try and play Valorant recently and like Ascendant in NA and people are doing that shit. It's like I can't keep up these days. I can't. There's too many. My hands don't move that fast.
That's what happens. People come along. It happened. I mean, it's happened in CS recently as well. It's just like this is what happens. Like a new kid comes along and just shows like a different style of peaking, and then everyone just adopts it, and it's like, holy
Yeah.
shit, this. It's not necessarily. It's just hard to shoot them. It's the same as like the donk peak in
Yeah.
CS. You crouch and you go to the side. You move opposite way that you peaked. It's just so hard to shoot you that if they get good at it, it's so strong. Like if you can insta pop them and they're hard to hit, then everyone just starts doing it. You're like, damn, I
Yeah.
can't hit anyone because I'm aiming for head height and they keep crouching. It is
Gambi's
annoying.
going to be doing this with Neon, by the way. People are going to be doing that in your rank games in...
The next
if-
generation of terrorists are being inspired as we speak.
Yeah, essentially.
That's
Essentially.
a crazy line. That's a crazy line. Dude, the deadlock lingo infecting the Plat Chat podcast. It's just insane. That's really funny.
All right, let's talk some of the big roster moves of this week, though. This is kind of tied into the Sentinels topic that we'll get to later on. But Narrate is headed back to Karmine Corp. And he's replacing sheydos, which means that they also don't have an IGL. And they're hinting that it's going to be Aves. It's nothing confirmed yet, but that was what sources inside the team were kind of like alluding to when they were talking about this on stream. So you've got Narrate coming back, probably reprising his same role of playing some kind of like, you know, aggressive flex or hard initiator, like whatever they have him. Almost certainly he's going to be playing like full scan initiator, actually. Like back when he was playing the Fade. And
No, I think they should put him on
over for
Waylay.
Hmm.
What do you think
This
about the
is-
move?
I think this is good. I think sheydos. I love sheydos, man, but he hasn't looked great in this team. So I think that makes sense. The IGLing obviously wasn't like up to par if they're getting rid of him as well. I think this is where Narrate's looked comfy in the past. I think the worst possible role he could be on is that selfless entry duelist. So getting him away from that's going to be good. He's been good at like second duelist or initiator that we've seen in the past. This is good for him, man. I think he's going to look great, especially after having such a shit start to this year. He's going to be really wanting to prove himself. And I think he's going to look great. That's where I'm at. I think this is an awesome move. Dude, this is one of those rosters you look at, you're like, this is a good roster. And then
It should be.
it should be.
Well, I think the Aves IGLing is a
Definitely a
concern
question
for
mark.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a big question mark because what's annoying is roster looks good on paper.
Mhm.
When you look at the comps that they're playing, actually somewhat validated in the sense that they looked like troll comps, but I think more so they were playing them quite poorly because other teams have had a lot of success playing things that are similarly unusual in
Sure.
this meta. So if the team was, I don't know. It feels a little bit like a full sense issue where the coaches are probably, Thyy is probably looking at this thinking, dude, get me in there. I could call this team. Let's run it back
It's
again.
like, you think he's waiting for his time to strike?
There's
no way.
I just think this is the kind of squad where the coaches will be sat there thinking, we have a vision and the team isn't executing it from kickoff. And I was critical about the coach's vision to begin with, but I do think when you look at what other squads have been up to over the course of Santiago and kickoff, Karmine Corp vision wasn't too far away from something that could have worked well. It should have been working a lot better than it did. But the details were just all over the place.
Yeah.
Sliggy's not convinced.
I'm not super convinced. I don't think their read was like great personally. Where do you think their read was good?
I'm not saying the read was good. I'm
Okay.
saying that, like, so for example, they had, I think, at some point anyway, maybe they didn't end with this, but I think they had a 0% win rate with the Phoenix. Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't,
When
it
you
didn't
look
look
at if you look at the other teams that were running Phoenix, actually was winning an astonishingly high amount at the time. And Karmine Corp is dragging those rankings down just by virtue of them floundering with the pick. And like the amount where you're watching KC and they're messing up these comps that other teams are thriving with, like the Haven comp, for example. It just looked incompetent in the hands of KC. But then
but it's a different Haven comp. They play Cypher instead of Chamber.
yes, but I don't think the level that they were suffering was the difference between running the Cypher and the Chamber. Like, that matters a lot in certain areas of the map. But then they're getting themselves, like, to a site where they should be able to take over with the
But
duelist.
they also have
It's nothing.
like I agree with what you're saying as well. But the Phoenix, they're picking a Phoenix, and I'm counting with they pick up one orb every single half max. And it's like,
Right.
well,
So the
you're
details.
not-
But then is that a coach problem of not understanding the vision? Like, they
That's a
understand the
bad
comp
game
they want to
plan,
play,
so
but
yeah.
yeah.
It feels like a good mix
Yeah.
of everything. And then they're in that weird spot where it's like, could actually try and force Harbor quite a lot at the moment. And it's like, do you want to go back to that? Because they've been there for a long time before playing a Harbor, and that's criticism we've given them. Now it's valid, it's viable. Are they going to go back to it? I don't know. It's a weird spot for them because it's like, there's a lot of pressure on them in my eyes. I think they, in my eyes, they're both good coaches, but have they fucked up quite a lot in the past 2 years? Hell yeah, they really have.
Yeah.
So it's like they got to prove themselves. Yeah.
I haven't really followed him that much. Was Aves ever an IGL, or is this something new that he's picking up with the roster moves that you guys
I
are expecting?
Don't think so.
Don't know.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't, but I might be wrong.
I mean, even if it was something that he did back in the day, that's mid 2024. So that's
That would
almost
also be
2
when he was
years
playing
ago.
for like Team Rod or something like a very different level.
Around.
Yeah,
Right on
NASA
NASA.
Esports was
Mhm.
what he was playing on right before this. Yeah, I can't say I'm super familiar, so I don't know.
I mean, I feel like if nothing else, it is exciting to see Narrate back. I know the French fans really liked him when he was on the team, so I think people are going to be excited about this team, and I think it's also a very cool opportunity for a redemption arc for him with how much I think he got kind of dragged. I mean, everyone involved got dragged through the mud with the way that Sentinels kickoff team ended, but I think it's a huge opportunity for him to play again on the team where I would argue he probably performed the best for a squad. I don't think that he quite hit that KC peak that he had in like 2024. Even when Sen was good, he was never at that level. So I think he has a ton to prove here. It's a very talented team, and if they can make it click, it would be a pretty cool story for, I think, a lot of guys that are looking for that redemption. I feel kind of similar about like Sugetsu, about the coaches too, that it would be so good for the game too if KC was good and we had a highly successful French team. It would be fucking incredible for Valorant if we could get a good French team.
We do have gentle mates who made
Yes.
it to.
I know, but I mean, like, Casey is like obviously the fans adore mates,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like Casey's a step above even.
I saw a really interesting stat on the esports charts where it was like the French viewership at Santiago went up. I'm just going to make up the number 350% because of gentlemates attending. I was like, yeah, I believe that.
And in a tournament with no China, thank you, France.
I don't think France is as large as China. I'll have
No,
to
no.
check my sources on that. I looked up recently what Narrate's best performances were while he was playing with Sentinels. And he actually had a season where he played, or not a season, a stage, where he played really, really well as the Sova. And that's something he never played for Karmine Corp. He played it only in one map, and he got 13-3'd. So he's coming back to Karmine Corp, having been a really good Fade player while he was playing there, like a very aggressive Fade player. And he hasn't just wasted his time on Sen. He's actually built out an extra skill set, which is now he can play a very competent Sova at a high level as well. So I think it's really nice. They sent him off to North America, back to his like home region to boot camp, and now they're getting him back again, like new and improved. Should be even better.
He's gonna save EMEA.
They need saving.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah. He's gonna save EMEA.
Well, EMEA also need they need Jesus in another way as well, because they've also had one of their teams full-on obliterated, nuked from the sky. Ulf has been just completely removed from VCT. And not just VCT, I think it's like didn't they get kicked out of all Riot products as well? Maybe not, but like they were having issues across the board. This wasn't just a Valorant thing. But for anyone who's unaware, Ulf were reportedly not paying people in their like league team. I think was the first one who mentioned it. The VCT team, as far as we could tell, were still getting compensation until they ascended, and then I don't know, they ran out of money for the VCT team as well or something. So VCT EMEA posted this update where they're saying for the remainder of the 2026 season, Ulf is out and Eternal Fire is going to be joining, which is another Turkish roster that they've been... they made it sound like it was the player's choice, which is interesting because that is not how the Pacific situation was handled. But hey-ho. Different people, different leadership, I suppose. They had the benefit of being able to look at the shitstorm caused in Pacific.
This is, I was thinking about this as one of the benefits that Riot are probably thinking about when they're moving to a more open system, is that when you have the partnership system, where you have these, what did we initially start with? 10 teams that had to be vetted?
Yeah.
And then
Correct.
after that point, you have to vet even more teams. It does put the onus onto Riot to have these checks and balances in place, but also at the same time, they need competitive parity with the other regions in terms of having the same amount of teams. Everybody has the same amount of teams competing. So what's been proven over time, at least in the last like 2 years, is that there's been a massive de-investment in esports in general. And even then, it's like you're finding it hard-pressed even in these regions to find reputable orgs that are willing to invest in esports. So I don't know. This was my immediate thought, was that they are moving into a system, presumably, that's going to make it easier for them. If they limit the amount of teams that are being supported in their partnership model and then opening up the rest of tier 2, it just limits the amount of headaches there are. You can just have much more stringent guidelines in terms of what you expect from orgs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could also, depending on how the seasons are done, could it make it more complicated as well? Would you not say? So that loads of younger orgs that don't have as much money like qualify.
Yeah, it
get pretty
could.
weird.
Yeah. I was just
It's
thinking in
it's a
terms
hard
of
one to
them
balance.
being, because I think that as time has gone on, I think it's proven at this point that Riot want to make their esports products as sustainable as possible.
Yeah.
And as like almost hands-off as possible as well. They want this shit to be running quite cleanly. They made a big push to implement Premiere to tier 2 to tier 1 to do it like in-house system that's automated essentially, right?
Sure.
They want it to be this pipeline that almost just runs itself. And I mean, I don't know. I think it just frees them of some legal responsibilities if they just do it like, well, we don't have to vet the teams that qualify; they're just in, if that makes sense.
Well,
Which
I think
I'm not saying that there's a conspiracy theory here, but I just think it's a side benefit of potentially moving forward, is that we won't have as many situations like this because they are just happening so much more frequently these
Yeah,
days.
they are.
Yeah, I think that it is kind of fundamental to the system of needing an organization. I think even looking like earlier in the sport, a great example is like the guard situation that turned into G2, where that team won Ascension pretty cleanly. They were a team everyone was like, okay, they're probably going to make it into the league, and were very long awaited. And we were close to having a situation where maybe those 5 players could not play because of organization stuff. Like the fact that slots are tied to orgs the way they are, instead of necessarily being like, okay, if you win as 5 players, you can do that. And obviously you kind of need a system like that because they're getting stipends for salaries and all this stuff from Riot that has a lot of kind of legal and operational complexity. But given the state of organizations in esports, it does seem like these things will keep on happening. And it seems like it's something that's somewhat hard to prevent unless you make some kind of fundamental change to the system like what you're talking about, Bran.
What do you think about the details of how this situation's been handled? So the squad was in a weird spot, right, Ulf? Because only 3 of their players, were able to actually participate because 3 of them were over 18. So Sop and Echo were both unable to play. They turn 18 at different times throughout the year, so they would have become available at some point in 2026. Eternal Fire already have a squad. Eternal Fire have a very good Tier 2 squad that was beating the piss out of some of the Tier 1 squads in off-season tournaments too. And they chose not to be broken up and go to like when Pacific is looking for players at the beginning of the year, or when BBL or whatever is looking for players, Eternal Fire were like, nah, fuck you, we're staying together as a 5 because we're frying right now. And then this change has happened. 4 of the players from Ulf have gone to Eternal Fire. 1 of them has not. I think that might be Sop because he's rumored to be going to Foot.
Yeah. That's
so
what I've heard.
Don't exactly know how that's happened, but presumably just they were looking for offers while all of this chaos was unfurling.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean,
that's probably what it is.
And then Eternal Fire, though, that roster, which is a really good Tier 2 roster, which has a chance, I suppose, of being one of those squads that would be competing later on in the year to go to Champions. They are going to be... Well, here's the wording. Eternal Fire will also retain a team in Valorant Challengers 2026 Turkey. That roster will transition to operate as a secondary team as part of this process. I don't know what that means. I don't know whether that means like academy team. They won't be allowed to participate. I don't know what that means.
It sounds like academy team, but not calling it an academy team so you can qualify and then potentially be here for next year. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like similar to what BBL Pacific did. And there's that weird loophole that everyone is using.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's basically an academy team, but I think they're not calling it that because they want to qualify. Right? This is what I guess. But I think this is a little weird. I don't know how it all went down. And I guess Foot maybe offered quite a lot for Sop here. But the team's definitely going to get a little worse. Like, that's their best player. So it is a bit of a loss. I'm surprised Eternal Fire didn't have the... Well, I don't know, man, because I thought they would like to stick together, this team, especially as they kind of done pretty good and not had a chance to prove themselves. Eternal Fire sold their CS team to Aurora. It was like a top 5 team. So they must have got 5+ million. You would imagine you can keep this player. So I guess Foot offered him a lot to get him over there.
I suspect that there wasn't a renegotiation period. I suspect they transferred the pre-existing contracts over, because otherwise players could ask for almost anything, couldn't they?
Yeah. They have a lot of power when they
would have an enormous amount of leverage. So I imagine that they just transferred. So whatever you had previously negotiated with Ulf got transferred over to Eternal Fire. I don't know that, but that's what I would suspect.
Yeah.
There are other rumors circulating around the scene too, but for the life of me, I can't remember them. Somebody getting signed. Who knows? There was another rumor floating around the Turkish scene though too, in terms of other roster moves between Foot and Gaius being out was one of them too, which is I think for Vlad coming back in. But who knows? These are just kind of like
they got to
leaks and rumors at the moment.
We're starting in a week.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see which coach walks out. We'll see which players and coaches walk out on week 1. On the other side, though, there is a team making big moves in EMEA. And I was chatting to some people that knew a little bit more about this situation. They were saying that NAVI have been putting out a lot of feelers in a lot of places to really double down on the success of Ruxic and Hero, presumably, to have a very successful stage 1 and rest of the year. So they were previously in a spot where they had 2 phenomenal players, but with Angel moving over to the coaching position, they had an inexperienced IGL who also wasn't, to be fair to Xiao, he also wasn't really shooting recently either. And so they've amicably, it seems, parted ways with Xiao, though that must have been, you know, a bit of an emotional thing for Angel and Xiao, because they literally played together. The first ever match that they both played in Valorant was together. And so that's the ending of a iconic duo. And they're looking to add Chloric as an IGL to replace him, as well as looking to add Exit, who's a Saudi, I think, like big fragging player, to replace Sociable as well, who is playing flex for the team. And they're launching an academy team, so fuck knows. Maybe they're doing like an EG 10-person roster thing too. They seem to be going balls to the wall though.
It seems like a lot of teams are starting to pick up academy teams. I swear, I forget which roster it was, but I saw like another 2 other teams were doing it right now, which I think is a very good idea with the amount of, I mean, if you just think about recent global events, the amount of just like fresh tier 2 talent that is won tournaments for people is kind of ridiculous. Obviously, Nongshim is the best recent example of being like largely rookie players, but I do think overall it's like such a good direction for any org to take. And compared to like a dedicated tier 2 team, you have more of a reason to sign tier 2 players, and you have more of kind of a financial advantage to do so as well, because you have the brand of the main team to do it. That's kind of a non sequitur to this thing in particular, but I do think that is, I hope more teams continue going in that direction.
Yeah. So do we know that is Chloric going to the main team then? It's not like an academy thing. He's going to the main team. I think
he's as far as I'm aware, maybe I got the wrong end of the stick. I think he's going to the main team.
Okay, so then I guess they got to cut one more player, which you would imagine would be.
What do you mean one more player?
Well, if you we're adding 2 players. We're adding Exit.
Yeah, they cut Sociable.
Oh,
that's the
Sociable.
sorry.
I thought it was
maybe
only Xiao.
These might just be reports, but like shout out to Sheep Esports who've been doing really good reporting on all of this stuff. But let me see if I can find maybe Kurt's already pulled it up, but let me see if I can find the one about, yeah, here it is. Kurt already pulled it up. Exit set to join NAVI and VCT EMEA to replace Sociable. And then they're already looking to add Chloric as their IGL to replace Xiao.
Yeah, okay.
The Sociable replacement confuses me a little bit because I thought Sociable looked like he had a lot of talent, especially last year. I can't say that I've really been like aware of him this year because he's just, even if he was playing well, man, he'd be hard overshadowed by Ruxic and Hero because they were frying. But I mean, I wasn't paying attention to it.
I mean, that's the thing as well. If I was these 2 players, if I'm Ruxic and Hero, I can get on board with them being like, guys, we got to make a change. We're like 2 of the best players in EMEA right now. Like, we got to get a team that is up to our standard if I'm these 2 players. So I think making changes is the right thing because they're levels above the rest of their players in their team at the moment. So I do like the changes. I don't know much about Chloric. I know Exit's pretty decent, though. He's a good duelist. So I think could be good pickups.
I've been told that Chloric's an aggressive IGL, who can shoot. So I think what was pitched to me is that they're trying to put together a game plan, whereas you're looking to play more high-tempo kind of Valorant. Because Exit's also a pretty aggressive, frag-heavy kind of player. So
maybe it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe it was similar to like some of the other teams where it's like, oh, we tried the we tried like the player that wants to try and become an IGL that hasn't worked out. Let's just get an actual person that wanted to be IGL from the get-go. Might work a little bit better with Angel. Similar to the Crws thing, apart from Angel's not putting himself in there.
2 very unproven pickups, though.
Yeah, no,
Dude, I'd be down for Angel. I think Angel would fit
coming back.
He would fit like a glove in this meta. I'm not gonna lie.
What
meta where you have to just throw your body into the maul to get mid-round information and set up your duelist. Bro, he would thrive right now.
What role are you putting Angel on?
Fucking Omen again.
Okay.
Omen?
Clove, actually, dude. But I'm on
Clove, dude. He was born to play
He
Clove.
was born for Clove.
He really was.
And he exited too early, man. Too early. He could come back.
I think I like these changes, dude.
He's a spring chicken.
I'm in for these changes.
Yeah?
It's something
I'm excited to watch them play.
I felt bad for the Ruxic and Hero, so I'm glad something's happening. Like they play way too good to to have this kind of. They can't have a whole year of this. Yeah. They need some help.
Yeah. I think Exit's going to be a pretty
interesting one.
Yeah, but also like volatile potentially too. Because
Oh.
I admittedly have not watched a lot of him. Watched him during Ascension when he was playing for Twisted Minds, and he was sending it. And had like a game where he dropped like 35 kills. Had some games where he got absolutely dunked on. So yeah, he's going to be a fun player to watch, I think. Let's talk Sentinels. Can I get a woo Sentinels from you, Mimi?
Woo! That was so dispassionate. Sorry. Brian, why didn't you woo? Do you hate Sentinels?
Yeah.
What?
Damn.
What the
Well,
hell?
there's a bitter taste in my mouth as to the way that they've handled situations recently.
Mm.
I don't hate the players at all. I would never hate players for the
So what do
actions
you
of
hate?
their orgs. I don't think they should inherit the sins of the father, you know? Like, what do I hate?
Mm-hmm.
Many things.
Like just generally.
Many things, generally. I don't want to go off about it, but I don't know. I wish them well, to be honest. I think I wish the players well, inherently. I think that they might
Love thy
struggle
enemy,
a
you
little
know?
bit. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know with this team. I have a lack of confidence in it because I feel like I feel like I'm just rehashing the same points every time we talk about Sentinels, but I feel like they don't trust their system at all, and they will make constant changes. And they're a team ran by the fans, not a team ran by a coach, if that makes sense. And unfortunately, they're owned by a fan, so it's like they're always going to be hampered. The hamstring's going to be cut somewhere along the line, even if the players really want it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're trying to say. Yeah. Well, then let's keep it specific to this instead of rehashing old ground. If this is the new roster moving forward, so they have Jerrwin, let's say Jerrwin's playing like primary duelist for them. Redux is playing some kind of like secondary duelist, or maybe he flexes off to play Chamber or Senti, or I don't know what the hell, if we're in a solo duelist meta. JonahP's coming in to play full initiator for them, and then John's flexing around, probably playing, I don't know, smokes, I would guess, or with Cortesia in some kind of double smoke setup. Is this team going to succeed? Is Rob going to detonate the squad again before the end of the year? Will they make it a champs? What does the future look like for this Sentinels team?
Okay,
What is the level of success you're aiming
That's
for
what I
here
was
when
gonna
you say
say.
succeed, Josh?
Well, they have said the level of success is make it to champions or make it to Masters 1 in 2027. That was very specifically what they set out as their
They also said the
success
kickoff
barrier.
squad was a team that they were going to give the year to put together. Like, I
They
think if
lie,
don't- I
but
think if
I've
they
got to
don't-
take them at their word.
And do you?
Sure.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
I think it could be good, but I'm still a little worried, man. Like, because of the whole tens thing, Jerrwin's got a lot of pressure on him because everyone's now going to compare him to tens, which is going to be prime tens, by the way. It's not going to be the like up and down of the bottom of the tens.
Yeah.
It's going to be prime 10. You're getting compared to prime tens, one of the best to touch the game. So that he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And then you got the fan base that is probably one of the most volatile as well.
Yeah.
Like they're ready to just kick off at any moment. And I don't know, man. I think the expectations are set too high for this team. I do.
Mhm.
I think Jerrwin's mental is going to have to be unbelievable, especially if he's going to say they do double duelist. You would imagine he's going into the selfless
Yeah.
duelist role as well. So his stats
Yeah.
are going to be shit. Unless he's the second coming of Danby, which he's not. So he's going to have shit stats. Everyone's going to compare him to 10, who's averaging like a 1.3 or something. Like this guy's going to have a rough time, man. I'm not saying he's a shit player. I'm just saying that the comparison of
Yeah.
what's going to happen is like way too much for him. He's going to have way too much on his shoulders, I feel like. So I'm a little worried for his mental. Hopefully he can just kind of laugh it off and just do his role and just accept that this is his role. Yeah, he's a little bit doomed, man. But do I think this is going to look better than how they did in state or kickoffs? Yeah, I do. It is
Sure.
upgrades. It
Yeah,
is upgrades.
I can see them making it work. I was going to say JonahP on Sky, double smokes, and then you have double duelists being played with players that are a bit more comfortable in those roles than before.
I would say if you had shown me this team when we were doing our power rankings at the beginning of the year, and you said it's gonna be Redux, Jerrwin, two of the most exciting like tier 2 prospects playing the double duelist. You have Cortez, who had an amazing year. You had John QT, who did as well. And then Jonah, who was like this super consistent rock player for G2 throughout. I feel like I would be rating them like at least like top 5, top 6 in Americas, if not pushing for that top 4. I think on paper, the skill potential of this roster is really good. I think the roles make a ton of sense for this meta with Cortez and John playing like the double smokes when you need that, or being able to be really flexible as well, with John going on to Initiator too, and then having 2 guys that should be really strong on these dive rolls. To me, all of this looks like it is prime for success, prime to be a team with so much talent that would succeed in a meta like this. But I agree that I don't think they will, because I think that the pressure and the baggage and all this extra background stuff adds so many asterisks that if they don't come out of the gate swinging, playing super well, and they lose a couple games, I don't know. I feel like there's a storm cloud over Sentinels right now that no matter how much talent and how excellent this roster looks on paper, it's going to take a certain amount to get over that hump and get through that.
They have a permanent debuff. It's the fan expectation debuff. It's permanently going to be there. What they need to do is they need to go into their little office internet settings in their router, and they need to disable or blacklist social media websites from the network. So then we don't get any more Rob Moore tweets. We don't get any players looking at social media. In fact, add VLR to that list too. I know that there's an abundance of players that look at VLR comments after every match thread. It's just a great way to ruin your mental. It's just add Plat Chat to the list.
This?
Yeah, make sure they don't watch Plat Chat as well, because if you watch Plat Chat, the amount of people
if one of
that
you's
crash
watching
out,
this, turn this shit off.
dude, that's what
You
I'm
don't wanna
saying,
hear
man.
it.
Don't take what we're saying seriously. I show up to this show. I want to have a good time. I want to hang out with some of my friends, and I want to just talk shit about Valorant. I don't want people to record what I say. I don't want them to take it seriously.
Well,
You're in the wrong thing, mate.
But still, you get what I mean. Like, listen, that's how you get the vibe of Plat Chat. I just want to be able to speak my mind without repercussions. Stop giving me repercussions for my actions, man.
Well, then let's do this. If you're a Sentinels player, go close the browser, go play a ranked game. If you're Rob Moore, your buddies are at the golf club right now and they want to play with you. They're so excited to play with you. And your swing, what you've been working on with the 9-iron, they're impressed.
Yeah.
So shut this down. Go get in your convertible. It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles, and go to the course, buddy. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be cheering.
I've got some follow-up questions from the way that you guys are discussing this. The first one is for Sliggy. If it was a choice, now let me think how to frame this. There was some reporting coming out from Akamaru where he was saying that the team had chosen Jerrwin over Tens. And then Rob and some of the other players were like, nah, that's bollocks. Like, we just couldn't get it sorted. Tens, Tens' agent was saying it's more of a contract thing. Like, if you come back to the game and you have to be a pro player, you're not allowed to advertise for other games. It makes it quite difficult. It's not a Sentinels thing. It's an overall thing, and Rob came out and said, listen, anytime Tens wants to play, he can play. Yeah. I want to ask you a question, though, because you had said the comparison to Jerrwin is going to be to Prime Tens. Now, Prime Tens to me was when he was playing Omen or Reyna back in 2021, but let's take the Omen from recently.
Yeah.
If it was actually a decision between Jerrwin on Duelist and Tens on Duelist, is there... Like, would you expect Prime Tens if he came in and played Duelist after a break, which wasn't what he had been playing for the last year or so?
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's a big gap there between, holy shit, imagine if we'd had Tens on this team?
I think eventually it would be one of those. Stage 1 would be shocking. And it would be like when he went to Omen, just shocking start into, this guy's a beast. It would just be that a bit of time.
By the end of the year?
Yeah, by the end of the year, like come around for champs. Like, will they probably have a better start with Jerrwin now straight away? Yeah, probably. It'd look a little bit better in stage 1 than they would with Tens, and then flip it, I would say. But I don't know Jerrwin to like an insane amount. I know he's like pretty talented. But
okay.
The
and
comparison is always going to be there.
The other question was for Mimi. You were saying ranking. Yeah. You were saying like if you would rank this this roster, and this had been the one that you brought in at the beginning of 2026, you would have ranked them, I don't know, somewhere between like 6th and 4th, that kind of area, like a chance of making champs. Is that not where we ranked the original Sen roster as well? Like, didn't we rank them around the same?
Couldn't tell you, don't remember.
I think it was somewhere around there, surely. Because we had them above 100 Thieves. They'd beaten 100 Thieves in a recent off-season tournament. We had them behind the top 3 for sure. Has anyone got any memory? I think it was around that kind of area.
I'm pulling it up.
I guess my question is, have the expectations actually shifted? If we're still thinking that they are a team that's going to be like, they are not in any sense competing with NRG, MIBR, G2, those were our big 3 at the beginning of the year. Maybe now you add Fury into that because they performed really damn well in kickoff and actually turned up and played well, though they didn't get the results at Santiago. Are we thinking about them any differently, really, to how we did at the start of the year?
I mean,
We
if
put
you
them
were-
6th, which
it's
I think
Sixth. Okay.
pretty similar. I'd put them at 5th.
I would put them at 5th. Yeah,
They've gone up one. Well, I mean, it's improvement.
yeah. I mean, I think
Yeah.
because Lev power rankings down
Put them at 5th. There you
a
go.
little bit. You know, they get to slide up to 5th. But
Okay.
we ended them at 5th.
Fury at
Never
12.
mind. Well, there they are. We're so back, Sen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that these were amazing power rankings.
good, bro. These are good.
They're not, honestly, they're not that horrible
not that
apart
bad.
from Fury. Fury is
pretty
No,
Fury
it's
and Lev
Fury
are
is
horrible.
the-
Because Lev also way underperformed compared to what we were expecting. But
But there's always going
Fury is
to
a
be
nightmare.
one or two outliers, right?
But was this for the end of the year? Because if this was
Yes.
the end of the year, then Lev being there isn't too bad because they would have got Neon. It's like, I
Okay,
get
but
it.
Mhm.
I think the Fury one is still.
Oh, the
They're
Fury
not
one's
gonna.
crazy, but also none of us expected it.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
Sure.
Okay,
The-
so where would you put these expectations for Sen realistically? You keep saying like expectations are overinflated. The fans expect the world.
4th, 5th.
So does that mean though just missing out on champs basically? So like the expectations that they've set for themselves of making it to an international, you think they're gonna fall short of that, but that should still be
Well,
considered.
do
All
you
right,
think
you guys
those
did
are
well.
the fan expectations, or do you think those are the realistic expectations?
I'm asking you what the realistic ones are.
Realistic
Like,
is
what are
4th,
the ones?
5th.
They,
The fan
they are
expectations are
forming
fast.
together. They are forming together players who have never played together, really, with a brand new coach and system, with unbelievable, the highest expectations, I would argue, out of almost any team in the league, maybe bar Paper X.
MIBR have got some astonishing
Okay,
expectations.
sure, yeah. You can add as many other teams as you want, but that point still stands. They do have very high expectations, right?
Yeah. Well, they have more vocal
Yeah.
fans than a team like MIBR. Like MIBR
Yeah.
do have high expectations, but it's not like you're being held accountable in your Twitter DMs constantly by people telling you to go and kill
I-
yourself because you fucking missed a smoke one time.
I think this roster could do well, but the reality is, with everything going against them, they probably won't do well.
Mm.
They should do well, but they won't because of the pressure that comes outside, internally as well, inside the team, because they have a certain level of expectations that Sentinels must do well. Just as an org, just how they think about themselves. They want to be attending events and lifting trophies, but the reality is they're not giving it enough time to even make that a reality. So I don't know. I don't have faith in the system, the process. I don't trust their process, but I do have faith in the players because the players will always want to prove themselves. I mean, I've been proven wrong with that as well many a times in the past. Like Furia this year, I think they showcase what happens when you have a bunch of players that are hungry and desperate for opportunities, and they manage to make it work, regardless of the outside expectations of them. I think it helps them more than hurts them in Furia's case because nobody really had any expectations of them. Whereas with Sentinels, it's the opposite. It's the inverse. Everyone's expecting stuff of them, right? So tough situation to be in for them, to be honest. Tough situation. I would put them maybe a little bit lower because I think 5-6 is probably where you would put 100 Thieves. Like you already have this teams that already have an idea of what they want to run. They already have pre-existing chemistry. I think should be rated a little bit higher in terms of the expectations. So Sentinels, they're rebuilding this up.
I think they're like directly in the like Cloud 900 Thieves tier though. Like maybe you rate those teams a little higher if you're by rating like that experience and time together.
I think they should be.
But I feel like they're
competing
there
with
and
them,
like you probably wouldn't put your money on them making champs, but they're like a close competitor for it. Is I think where expectations should be.
Yeah, I put them next to C9 with 100 Thieves above, like a 5th.
And we know C9 won't make champs, so you can just put them. You can just put them like 6th, and then 100 Thieves 5th, and you're good to go.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to be doing a proper ranking at the end of this episode, so
We are?
Speed it up, host boy.
Title of the podcast, ranking every 2026 team in it so far.
All
Bren.
48 teams?
Bren, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna speedrun it. I promise.
It's going to
you.
be so
What have
fast.
what have I signed up for?
No, Bren, it's gonna be easy. Trust me. we have stats. We know the Pacific's the best region. We know America's the second
Okay,
best.
no, you're
EMEA
right.
third.
You're right.
China.
Oh, so we can
just
just
go
do-
down the list.
You're right.
We're gonna speedrun in 10
Oh.
minutes. Promise you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 10
10 minutes.
10
For
minutes.
48
This is-
teams?
This is Sliggy's give me 1 hour and I can fix the team kind of. Your sense of time is messed up, man.
Watch us do it in 10 minutes. I'll give you an extra 5.
I'll hold
15.
you accountable. I'll hold you accountable.
But you're already adding time.
No, wait,
no
he
way.
wants an extra 5 minutes. We'll give him 5 minutes more. 15.
Okay. I'm gonna throw in an extra topic here though, Bren. This one's just for
Hey,
you.
you can do 2 if you want.
Oh,
got loads of
dude. Well, thank you, Sliggy. I guess we'll do 2 then. We'll do 2. The next topic is like a little bit of the next few topics are not roster changes so much as news stories that we missed due to Santiago that are somewhat relevant to very relevant to Valorant. So here's one about Brazil. Now, Bren, you're constantly talking about the issues that Brazil and LATAM have due to the way that Americas is structured. Here's another potential barrier that's been thrown in the way of things, but possibly for good reason. So I found out about this due to a Sheep Esports report from Leo Boxner, but the Riot also posted this to their Brazilian audience. Under 18 players, Brazil just passed a law called the Statute of Children and Adolescents, which, I mean, they did it in Portuguese, so it's the ECA, but I'm English, so it's the SCA, I suppose, for me. The point of it is, though, that some games, I think especially ones with like loot box-esque mechanics, have been age restricted for people under 18. Valorant, you have to provide the email address of your parent or guardian to verify that you have their consent to play
Sure,
the
but
game.
can't you just be your parent and make your own email address?
It's a really
No,
good question.
like-
It's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I got another question. Yeah, where's the loot boxes in Valorant?
Well, there aren't any, and that's why it's not age restricted. So,
Okay.
Valorant, people between the age of 12 and 17 need parental consent to access the game. But for League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, Wild Rift, 2XKO, Legends of Runeterra, players under the age of 18 will no longer be able to access those games at all because the respective age ratings in Brazil will be raised to 18. And what Riot said is they're going to be evaluating those games and their features and expect for those games to return to their original age ratings by early 2027. So that implies to me that they're looking to either remove or region lock those mechanics due to legislation, which
I mean,
shows that legislation can actually be really effective at limiting these kind of
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
This is
If
already
that's
happening in
what
other
they do.
games, though.
Yes, does this.
CS has this, right? With France and other countries.
Netherlands,
Yeah.
Germany,
They-
maybe. I can't remember.
I'm just shocked that it's going to take them a year to solve this because this is a huge chunk of like, are they holding out, anticipating like the legislation might get repealed?
It might be the case that the people who give the age ratings only reassess games on a yearly
Every year?
basis. Yeah. It might be the case where you can't just
Yeah.
apply to get it renewed all the time. You have to wait for the beginning of the new year or something.
That's tough.
I'm not sure
then.
though, that's speculation.
Yeah, that's tough then. That's tough. I mean, this is the writing's been on the wall for a while in the games industry, and it's just up to companies whether they want to get ahead of it. I think because a lot of countries are becoming more and more aware. The more and more articles there are of a child spending £2,000 on FIFA Ultimate Team packs, the more chance there are of legislation being put in across the board against loot boxes and this kind of behavior because it's popular legislation for politicians to push because it protects the children, so it helps them to some degree. But it is actually good, and I think it is good legislation because listen, there's a famous short that we had on Plat Chat VALORANT of me saying, "What happened to all the children's gambling websites? When I was 14, I was gambling CS skins all the time." And let me tell you, that's fucking horrific. I should not have had access to any form of gambling at the age of 14. I look back at it fondly because it was abusing my dopamine receptors by
I
giving me.
got a knife when I was like 13.
That
it
was
like a
and,
$60
yeah, it
knife.
was
It was
sick
great.
when that happened, right? But then it did
insane.
irreparable damage to me.
The goddamn wokies taking this experience away from my
Yeah.
children.
Yes.
Yeah, the children yearn to gamble. I mean, it's just
Well, they do. That's the problem.
that's the problem, man. The children yearn to gamble, and it's not healthy and it's not good because as soon as I was getting disposable income, that that shit was getting put on sports betting, Now I don't do that anymore, but like it's a
You had a sports betting phase?
yeah.
Were you good?
It's very normalized in the UK compared to the US. Where the US has made it no, I wasn't good. I would lose.
People
money.
do it very casually in the UK.
Yeah, in the UK
Yeah.
it's very casual. Like I'll put a punt, I'll put a tenner on.
Well,
this
don't
team
worry.
or whatever.
We're shifting that culture by making sure gambling gets as deeply ingrained as possible by making it sponsor absolutely everything. So we'll be there too soon.
Okay, well, actually, it brings us perfectly onto the next topic. We're speedrunning this so that Sliggy can run us through the 48
10-minute power rankings.
The next topic that I wanted to bring up, again, from another Cheap Esports report, shout out to them, this one by Quarantine Falib, which was that so Riot has been sponsored with not sponsored. Riot has partnered with Sports Radar to investigate the integrity of matches. So they are a company that collects a huge amount of data around games. So they collect live data of live football matches. They collect live data and assess the data of esports matches. And here they published a report called Integrity in Action, and they monitored nearly 100,000 different esports matches. I'm not sure exactly who they're partnered with, but I know that they're partnered with Riot. So maybe these are all within the Riot ecosystem. Maybe they're not. But they flagged 34 as being suspicious, representing 0.03% of the matches. Now, to compare that to other sports, football was 10 times higher, and so was basketball.
I was going to say, that's kind of nuts, isn't it? To be that low, considering how young people are playing these games. That's insane.
I
thought there'd be way more than that.
Well, I also suspect, though, that a lot of football and basketball is going through platforms where they can more easily assess the data. It's very possible that, for example, some of the websites that people are gambling on esports matches might not be run through systems that Sports Radar can properly look at betting patterns. But that's how they work. They flag suspicious betting patterns. They have had things sent through to Riot. There was situations in League of Legends, in Valorant. We were talking about the situation with Ban as well, who you might know from Pacific or Americas, where he ended up... Did he get banned for a year or something? It was like quite a
Yeah, I think it was
decent
a year.
amount of time. But that was just for... that was for
12 months.
considering... Like, that wasn't even... They had some investigation about a match. They went to Ban, and Ban was like, oh yeah, I talked to some guys, unrelatedly. This wasn't to do with the match, apparently. But because he showed evidence of talking to these guys and not immediately flagging it, got banned for a year because he was entertaining the prospect and like asking them how much he could make and that kind of stuff. Though there's no evidence that he did actually fix a match. So that was a story that we covered ages ago. The follow-up to this, though, that I find super interesting was this report from last July, which is that Sports Radar, which is this company that collects live data. So they're collecting live data of what's happening on a football field, let's say. And they then sell this data to to betting websites. Bet365, let's say, who are licensed and have a proper system for regulating who's on their platform and that kind of stuff. So it's betting, but it's regulated betting. And then they also, though they won't admit it, have been selling, allegedly, according to this report, the data to unregistered betting platforms, which are like part of the problem that they're supposed to be monitoring. So this website, whose one of their main jobs is we regulate the betting industry and flag suspicious matches, they also sell all of their match data to these unregulated websites so that they can run shit where people are getting, potentially ripped off, scammed. You don't get the withdrawal afterwards. It's much easier for people to rig the games, like all of that kind of stuff that happens with unregulated betting markets. So an absolutely nuts report from this football website, which was trying to apply pressure to UEFA because they're partnered with them. But just shows you the kind of shady shit that happens in this kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
And why, Bren as a child, this is why he's now playing Deadlock instead of Valorant in his time off, because his dopamine receptors have been fried.
They've been fried.
It's the only thing that gives him
the
joy
only
anymore.
way I can feel happiness and fulfillment is by learning 50 new concepts packed into one video game. The most complicated unemployment game of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. No, it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, to get. I mean, we kind of skirted over the Brazilian stuff, but this is. Yeah, I don't know. What's the soul for it? Is more stringent looks at it. I would also be curious about how they actually find matches like the outlier matches and how they actually dig deep into this, because I know for tax fraud, there's a very simple calculation they do, which is they just track the amount of times a number shows up, and people who are committing tax fraud, they do even numbers. So 10% of the time within a spreadsheet of numbers, 1 shows up, then 2 shows up, then 3 shows up, because the people who are committing tax fraud think, okay, well, it's averaged out. Everything's good, right? It's by the books. But in reality, the number 1 shows up. It's like 33% more than other numbers. So there's like weird mathematical things you can do to detect things like that. I don't know what the fuck they're using for this.
Man?
Huh?
It is really interesting. I've
How do you
read
know
up
this
about this.
stuff?
I don't know. I was reading about it recently. I can't remember.
He was
where the
reading a
hell I
book
was
on
seeing
how
it.
to commit tax fraud.
Yeah, I was just trying to
the
find out
the
how to commit
IRS
tax
is going to
fraud.
get me this way, so I got to do this instead.
But I'm
Bro was
curious about
watching
how they even
Breaking
do it
Bad
for
as a
this,
fucking-
because
As a manual of how to live his life.
Dude, I mean, that's how they got Capone. Bren's not going down that way.
No, I'm not. No, they can't take me down. They can't take me down. But
Yeah, they're
no.
flagging the betting patterns, but I mean, if you're betting on some like unregulated crypto market, I don't know how they would necessarily
Yeah.
have access to that data.
Sure,
So
it
it might be
might-
more that we're more underground rather than cleaner than
Yeah,
other
that it might actually be
places.
that. Yeah, it probably is that, to be honest.
But yeah, hopefully the people in Brazil will not be super affected by this. I would imagine normally when things get age regulated, the kids, they find a way. They find a way to get around
Yeah, the
it.
parents' email address and things like that.
And I know that because I was a kid. I found a
Yeah.
way of getting around that kind of stuff. But I've never really understood how it works in China either, because China, I think, has some similar legislation to what
They just
Brazil
use
is
their
bringing
parents'
in.
ID. Korea has it as well. Korea, you have to use an ID, sign up with it. And they after 10 p.m. I think, if you're under a certain age, you get kicked off.
Do you?
So there's
do
like
you
it's
play?
a common thing where you'll be playing a game, and then a kid will be like, "Guys, we have to win right now," and they're like, "Why? You're not underage, are you?" And they're like, "Yes, I am. I'm about to get kicked off. It's 10 p.m." And then everyone just has to lock the fuck in to try and win the game in Korea to ensure that they win the game before the kid get because it would just boot them off. It would just literally just shut down the PC and access to it.
That's
Mm.
funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Valorant in Korea, Brad?
Yeah.
Now, how have you
You
done
want to know
that?
who's Alice signed up using her dad's ID for me so I could play Valorant in Korea. So there's ways to get around it. I mean, if your parents don't care, you can just sign up
Holy
using their
shit!
stuff.
This 55-year-old old Korean man is ascending on the rank ladder,
Holy shit!
and his name is Timmy Larder 2013. He's so young and vital.
Holy shit!
Incredible. All right, let's get into the ranking, shall we? Let's Sliggy, you promised us that this would take
I reckon we can do it in 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
Look at the amount of logos
Jesus
here.
Christ.
This is insane.
All right, start the clock. It's 12:23.
So, Tony, get up,
Nonchim
China.
1.
Get up,
Yeah?
China. Fill up that bottom line. You're all laughing like it's not the truth. It's crazy. Go. Yeah.
Fucking
Just open
hell, man.
VLR. Just look at where they came. Just down the line.
That's slowing them
We can add a team secret in there if you want to really mix it up.
I mean, we've got to mix it up a little bit.
Do
I
we?
mean, yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do, bro. AG beat Gentlemates.
Yeah.
The Chinese teams.
AG can be put AG. Put him in 18th. We can move him up. We can move him up. It's a good starting spot.
Okay, I mean, we can start here, but this is
Is this how they all came? Yeah.
scandalous.
Okay, that's looking pretty good.
Okay.
And then we just go. What happened? What happened at Santiago? Let's fill out the top 10.
Okay.
But maybe, yeah, we'll put him there for the
So
beginning.
Paper X in second.
Paper X second.
Okay. NRG
Okay.
Wait,
third.
didn't Nova come 11th?
This is actually
Kurt,
like
you're cutting
DRGO
into my- you're
overrated
cutting
in
into
the
my
F
10
tier.
minutes.
Didn't Nova come 11th? Get them down to the 47th spot.
Yeah, get him in the 47th spot.
Oh my god. Okay.
So hard
Okay.
to do. I don't remember.
Yeah,
how
I'm good.
China-
I'm
I
like,
think
I don't
Tyloo
even
did
know.
okay.
That's- Kurt will fix it later.
Disappointed, right? I think.
FX, but honestly,
FTX was last.
you can put FX second to last, put Nova last. Wait, I can just go off the list here, surely.
What is even the logo for? Okay.
Well,
there
we're
you go.
not.
We
So
can,
is your-
we can move some of these up, but
Is your idea to start with Santiago and then just fill all of
start with China at the bottom,
all of China at the bottom,
Santiago
all
the
of
top, fill
all
in
of
the middle.
EMEA? Oh, right, I see.
Okay.
Right, you're not just going to put all of EMEA afterwards.
Hmm?
We'll see.
He did say 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
making
with,
He
good
did
progress
promise
so
10
far.
minutes.
We're 2 minutes in and we
So
have
we'll do the-
about
we'll
a
do the
quarter
top.
done.
Paper X,
Yeah.
NRG,
Yeah.
yeah.
G2,
Yeah.
all gamers.
All
All
no,
gamers.
come
Oh,
on,
but
guys.
put them there to begin with, and let's see.
All
But
gamers.
you want them down low with the other Chinese teams, so you're the crazy one. aren't
No,
you?
no, no, no,
not
no,
that
no.
low.
But
Put them
honestly,
in like EMEA world.
18 is not crazy. 5 is crazy.
BBL.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but let's just keep on going because we can do
All
the
right,
Santiago
yeah.
stuff.
Gentlemates.
All right.
Once we fill it all in, we can go down the line and go.
The
"Oh, that
drill
seems to
sergeant
change."
is here. He's getting us through
Furia.
this in 15
bro,
minutes.
this is an easy one because we have the data. We haven't seen
Mhm.
anything since.
We have
Yep.
the data, bro. The
So we're
Valorant
just gonna-
website has the data. Have you
Yeah,
seen
we're
their
just
power
gonna
rankings?
we're gonna put this, for now. We're gonna put this T1. Where's T1? I can't even see them. Oh, there they
Wait.
are.
Find
I
the
clicked
subject in
something.
the image. If you're on an older machine.
Your PC's dying.
The 10 minutes, Kurt. Lock in.
I clicked the wrong button. What were we moving?
T1, I think.
T1.
T1 and then Team Liquid.
They're on the right side. Upper column, right side, next to DFM and
The red
RQ.
one.
There they are.
Bottom. Then Team Liquid.
The horse.
Yep.
I know
And
what
then
the team logos look like. believe it or not,
EDG,
I
Sheila
made these
Gaming.
little
Do we want them?
images.
Do we want them at
I
the
know.
top?
I just wanted to say the horse.
Yeah, put them at the top. Put them at the top.
and then we can switch
Fair
it
game. A fair game.
Yeah.
Who?
XLG and then EDG.
No.
Or to be honest, at Santiago, it was the other way around, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
Okay, so now that we've
Okay,
played the
whatever.
Santiago teams, let's start by moving XLG and EDG back down.
No, 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 no,
not
not
yet,
yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let's pick out some teams that did very well but didn't qualify.
Okay.
To the event.
MIBR.
Sure.
Yeah,
Throw an
MIBR.
Grand
MIBR in
finals.
there.
MIBR, RRQ. Let's get our chokers up there.
Yep, love that. Love that
Yeah,
from you,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Fnatic.
Yep, get a
Sure.
Fnatic up there.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I think
Then random generate everything else
Put
and
a-
put them 16 to 39. I think 100 Fees looks alright. You could put them
Yeah.
up
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
can I get a Billy in there for the culture?
Sure,
if we're
man.
just if we're not
Yeah, 'cause if
because
they
we
had
haven't
K-Night-
yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We haven't
okay.
we haven't yet assessed. We
Yeah.
haven't adjusted it based on strength of region just yet.
there. Sure.
We're just talking
Whoa,
teams that
whoa,
did well
whoa.
during kickoff. Navi were good. I thought they were all right. They weren't that great though.
Are we rating? We're rating how we expect stage 1 to go, right? So
No.
we should play in the
Surely not. Then it's going to take a long time. Surely this is just where we come now.
Well,
well,
but
then is that with or without
but-
the roster moves? But Navi made moves.
it's got to be with the roster.
Surely it should be
moves,
with
man.
the
Ah,
moves.
Has
Yeah,
to be with
yeah.
the roster
Uh-oh.
moves.
We
It
got to
has to
extend
be.
time.
10-minute estimation's going up.
No, I would
Oh.
say
So
So
get
you were
Vital-
6 minutes in.
get Vitality above Navi because Vitality did better than Navi anyway, and now
Okay.
they've got Sayonara.
Guys,
So-
we're talking about all the shit regions. We haven't spoken about Pacific.
Okay, yeah, we've got to get
them.
Pacific in there. We've got to get Pacific
Yeah.
in there. Kick all of these fuckers down and put DFM and DRX in there.
Yep.
God, that feels
GE
wrong to
did
say,
pretty
but
good.
they really were decent.
Yeah. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, DFM, DRX
GE.
both looked really good. GE,
Yep.
yeah.
Do you look good?
I mean, full sense with Crws as well. I think we should
Sure.
be giving them some respect. Get them
Put
in
him up there.
Mm-hmm. We get Varel at 36. Thank you, Kurt.
That's too high.
I don't know. That might
They
be
could be
about right.
shifted. They
Yeah,
could
No,
be
it might be
shifted.
good.
down. Well, Foot are changing a lot, man. They're getting sopped. We actually put them up there, if anything. Yeah,
27.
35th,
At least
sure.
27.
They look pretty wank, man.
35th.
29th, take it or
37th.
leave it.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
have we? Where's Heretics? Heretics are not so bad that they should be in the. They should be more like 27. Heretics is a
They should be
solid
27?
27
Okay.
team, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Well, hold on.
Can
what
we
about,
can we throw a Cloud9 in here somewhere around this spot as
Cloud9
well?
Yeah,
should
Cloud9
be
22?
Thyish. Yeah.
Behind Vitality and Navi IMO, but also I'm quibbling. Let's
Yeah, but
not
I mean,
quibble.
we can move Vitality and Navi up if need be at one point.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
I
just
think
throw 'em in.
Vitality in theory should be
You think
am.
Navi should be that high?
not well.
Well,
I
let's
think
not
he's
get
around
into
The
the
new
winners just
Navi's
yet.
looks interesting.
Let's
Yeah.
place the teams, and then we can do like a quick sort. We can just
Where the
go
hell
down
do we
the
put
list.
Crew?
Okay, what about the? Oh yeah, Crew.
They didn't even have a team.
But they will have a team.
They
will have a
This
team.
is with their academy roster. This is with their current roster.
Okay. I like that from you, Kurt. Their logo kind of
Fucked
fits
up.
with the Chinese teams, though. They all have like kind of a reddish hue and 3. I don't know. They
Uh-huh.
look
What if
good
we-
down there.
Let's build from the bottom as well. Let's get Varel with the Chinese squads. Let's get
Varel's
Secret
a-
with the
well,
Chinese
Varel's
squads.
Zayton.
Okay.
Varel choked bad.
I'll be honest,
They did not perform well.
Most of these Chinese teams, I think, would probably outfrag
Let's get
Zayton.
loud down there.
Yep, let's get Loud down there. Although
Let's
Loud
get
have had roster
Envy.
changes. I can't even remember Loud's roster changes.
Sure,
Loud have got
32.
Urda
22.
and who the
Let's
fuck
do
else have they
Envy
got?
low. Envy 36 maybe.
Yeah.
They keep Verti.
Okay.
Yeah, they kept 30 in the end, I think. I think they
Right.
were going to kick him and then they kept him.
I think Lev should be a 31.
Let's get Pacific down there as well. We're forgetting that EMEA is the second worst region. The teams at the bottom of EMEA have got to go down, I think.
Okay.
Pacific didn't even look like absolute dog dirt, but they've still got to live somewhere towards the bottom. They
Yeah,
have
I think- I
got
think
to
that-
live towards the bottom.
Let's put these others in and then we can fully.
Oh my god.
Let's do like Gen.G like 25, 26. I
Huh?
feel like they're better than the Glue, even though they were pretty bad.
They were
Whoa,
bad,
no,
man.
we
They
gotta
played
keep them down,
horrible.
But
man.
they play in
After
Pacific.
what-
They play in
After
Pacific.
what we've seen. I
They
mean,
were-
sure.
They were as bad as Lev.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and we'll give them the Pacific benefit of the doubt and put them one above.
Yeah,
Okay,
one above
I like
Lev, I
that.
think, is reasonable, actually.
Sure.
I like that.
I think we've got to... There aren't enough teams better than Heretics left.
Giant X is kind of close. K Corp's new
Close,
team.
but worse. Oh, K-Corp's new team. Hold on, K-Corp made
Hmm.
changes, didn't they? With
Where
Narrate
do
in?
we put them? Where are they?
Oh, but they were so rough, man.
Put-
I could believe.
Oh, there
Put
they are.
Heretics.
I think Comeback's
put
gonna go
Heretics
better,
20.
though.
Yeah, put Heretics 25th, and then we can put these others behind them.
K-Corp
Okay.
should be right behind him, I think. And then
Sure,
maybe
then
Giants, then
Giants.
Sen.
Yeah, then easy.
Who is the cool dragon in 36? Is that an Eternal Fire?
Yeah, it's a ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is incredible that Kurt already had Eternal Fire's
All right,
logo
stop the
for
time
this.
and look at him.
Uh-huh.
This is heinous. What we've
And
done here.
time. No, we need to make some corrections. Surely.
Chris,
All right, let's-
Kurt, can we just click like the shuffle button at the top right a couple times and just see where we land?
The top right?
Well, they don't.
She's just
sorry.
faking that it's like a slot machine or something.
Okay, let's even.
Let's
this out
start
a
at the
little
top.
bit.
Can we
Sure.
start at the top? So we're fine with everyone until maybe we hit like
All
AG.
gamers.
AG probably. I still think
Mhm.
G2 are overrated as fourth best in the world, but I guess they did kind of perform to that in Santiago.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
did.
there was nobody better. Fair enough. AG, I think performed.
Put them in 6th.
I think BBL performed better than them.
I think BBL.
Yeah.
I think Furia played better than them as well.
Didn't.
Okay,
Hold
but
on,
they
guys.
beat
What-
Gentlemates, so then put Fury above them, and then we put them in 7th. Then we got to have a shining light for China.
Yeah, you can't disrespect them this much.
They are the shining light. They won a game.
They
They are
won
carrying the
a
region.
They
in
did
terms of
barely.
carrying the game. They are deadlifting the
they still
entirety
won.
of Valorant when it
Choked
comes
on
to viewership.
bind.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
these other teams win a game, they'll be from the thick throw to the top.
Okay. Well, then now we need to look at EDG and XLG because despite making it to Santiago,
EDG looked
They
vile.
looked awful.
They
Let me
looked
be honest. I don't
tragic.
think they would. I would put them near Lev.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kurt's got traumatic response as soon as he sees the logo. You think around Lev? Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
Lev
down
would
with
probably
those
beat 'em.
kind of
I think I'm being
teams.
kind.
But then what are we? We're just shifting everybody else up.
Shift everyone from. Can we put them above Gen.G? Because those Gen.G was also pretty bad.
Okay,
Can we put everyone?
We're creating a
from
lot
20?
of work for Kurt here. This is
We are.
He
But
signed
he's
up
up
for
to
this.
the task.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
We all knew it
Oh,
was
who
going to
are we
happen this one.
moving?
We're moving everyone from 29 up 2 spots.
Wait, before we make him rejig all this, is BLG staying 15th? Surely BLG's not
That's a
staying
good
15th.
question.
Well, they were pretty good. If they didn't lose Kane, right?
They're not staying 15th, brother.
They're not going
They
15th.
ain't staying 15th, yeah.
Why did we do that whole thing before then?
That was fun.
But we've just.
Well, yeah,
We
you
have a
gotta
template
get
to work from.
your priors.
Yeah, but now we
Wait,
just made
actually,
it.
It's like a
Work.
puzzle. You have to
Anything
do the
you
corners
could.
first.
Mimi brought up
Billy,
a good point.
Billy.
That's true.
Mimi brought up a
Billy,
good point. Let's look
Billy.
at the top 15. Do we want to change any
Okay.
of them?
The top 15?
RRQ were probably better
I
than
dead ass
MIBR.
think
in
if
my
MIBR
opinion.
didn't have to play back-to-back matches, they would have done better than a lot of these teams at this event.
I agree.
At
RRQ.
Santiago.
I think RRQ are better than Liquid as well.
Liquid
I think
did
RRQ
not
should
look
be up
good.
2 spots.
The Liquid Mates game was dreadful.
Gotcha.
I also think. Do I think MIBR would have beaten Liquid?
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. I think they had to play
Maybe.
back-to-back best of fives with, under the circumstances.
Yeah, I could get on board
Pretty
with
Go
that.
on then.
I think they would.
Swap around Liquid and MIBR. But you can't put Liquid any lower than this. They literally
No,
beat.
no, I
They
don't think.
3-0'd Fnatic without
exactly.
practice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If anything, Fnatic should be lower.
Fnatic should be lower then, no?
Yes.
We're okay.
DRX over 100 Thieves.
Agreed.
No, I actually really rate 100 Thieves.
I think they're good.
I think they've got a
But
good system. I think
Pacific-
their players are good. I think they've got a Waylay one trick right now and a Waylay meta. And I think
It's not a Waylay meta,
It's
bro.
not a
That's what we
Waylay.
found out. We thought it was a Waylay meta.
Buddy. I don't know how to tell you this, but they literally. She's like the best agent in the game at closing gaps, and she can abuse shotguns.
I can't explain
It's
it
not
any
a
other way
Waylay
than
meta,
it isn't a
except the
Waylay meta.
fact
It's a
that
Neon
lot of
meta.
teams are finding success playing. Why not play both? I don't know, man. Like they I'm just saying that they have.
You could, but they play solo duelist. They play solo
think-
Waylay. That's not the
Yeah,
meta.
and I think it can still be good.
Do we?
I'm not. Stop being such a slave to the meta when you don't even know what the meta is.
All right,
Okay.
I have two
So
questions.
true.
Two
Holy.
questions. Do you
Yeah.
like what I did with Fnatic going down with these three?
No, they're better than DRX.
Oh, they're better than DRX. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
okay.
Kurt. You didn't cook with that
How do you
one.
guys feel about T1?
I like.
T1 looks a little weird here. I do agree, but at the same
Yeah.
time they beat RRQ, but then they lost to Liquid. So
I
what
feel
do
like
you
it's
do
hard
there?
to argue putting them lower.
They lost
They
to
did
Liquid.
kind of not
Who had
adapt
an
any
awful
of their
map pool.
game plans at all whenever
They don't use
them.
ults.
Meteor was unwell.
He was.
I'm
Yeah,
coping and I'm seething.
That is cope. That's
It was.
cope.
It was a. I don't know. They were government actors to ruin my VFL this event.
T1 were weird, but we'll leave them at 9th as just to
be
fit
nice.
to fit the narrative that we overrate T1 because we overrated them heavy coming into San Diego as well.
Good.
We've knocked them down 8 places, but we're still
We need a
T1
little
places.
rage bait on this
Exactly.
as a treat.
Exactly.
All right, here's the rage bait.
No.
No.
No. Wait,
Whoa.
it's symmetrical.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what were they even complaining about? It's literally the same. It's literally rotationally symmetrical. Okay. Who's the next?
I do think DRX can't be here. I gotta see 100 fees above them. As much as I
No,
think
it's
Pacific are
egregious.
better.
No.
DRX.
Remember,
are good in
DRX
that
also
lower
just made a
bracket.
new roster move.
I would say DFM looked better than DRX.
No. I mean, they look
Yeah.
good though. They look good. I'm not mad about
You
DFM
think
being
DRX
high up.
look better.
I do. I think DRX actually looked like they were kind of cooking at the
It's a
end.
6-person roster. We don't know what they're going to be doing.
Well, no, you're right. You're right.
don't know.
Termi,
This
this
is a
might be
stage one.
Termi's little. He gets to mess around with the roster as a treat after he loses kickoff.
DRX.
Put DFM
down,
next then.
DFM up.
Yeah.
I don't mind. If you really believe it, I think that's okay.
I think
that's
given
okay.
they have a roster move, it's fair to put them lower than DFM.
Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
like that.
I'm on board.
I would shift Vitality up personally.
I think Vitality have to be next. With Sayonara, we're expecting big, better things from them.
Yeah, I mean they should be way higher than this, but
Yeah.
we haven't seen anything.
then
Honestly, it could be GE.
Can we talk about Cloud9?
You
Okay.
think they should be higher?
Okay.
They should have beaten 100 Thieves in the game they played against them. I think Cloud9 was playing pretty good this event.
That's mental. Nah, I remember
They
that
got
game.
stomped map 3, but it was that overtime on Pro
They-
where
they
they
shouldn't have won
I think they
split.
low-key choked. Yeah, that's fair. But I also think that 100 Thieves shouldn't have won Pearl.
100 Thieves
it's
are
a
Sage
2-1.
merchants.
It's a 2-1 either
Like-
way.
Yeah. I mean, fair play.
They
but
they were
I don't know.
fitting Oxy back into the team
Yeah.
when most teams were getting like consistent practice. and they
New
were putting
Navi
one-
is gonna blast. Navi is the next best team
Wait,
here.
we're not talking about Navi.
I don't give a fuck. New Navi is gonna blast. Ruxic and Hero are the fucking
New
truth.
Shut-
Navi,
shut- shut.
it sounds like you're
I
speaking
think if you
Simlish,
give
bro.
Cloud9 a bit of time, I think they can do
Then
really
put
well.
C9 next to them.
Yeah, I think C919. I think that's reasonable.
Okay, we're underrating
I'm
Pacific
fine with
again.
that.
No, we're not. What?
Where
Hey, look
do
at where
you want
T1
global,
are.
Josh?
We're fine.
11th?
11th?
No. Sorry, it's pure
11th?
rage bait. It's pure rage bait. I don't actually believe that. I think
When
this
do we
is
start
fine.
putting Chinese teams in?
I think this is where we could throw a Billy in for a treat.
Oh, but
I know the other two made it ahead of them, but that's because K-Knight was out. I think XLG is better than Billy, but XLG are chokers at this point. Every time they turn up
Yeah,
to
they
an
are
international,
chokers.
they choke. They play way worse when they turn up to internationals than they have done every single time.
Yeah.
Also, though, Billy did last time they turned up, but they have beaten NRG before, so
So what are we doing here, man? So what are we doing?
Well, if they're all chokers,
What?
then none of them are choking.
Okay, I mean-
ignore the choking. If they're 22nd, they're not making a global event. If we lived in our perfect world where like the 16 teams picked were our top 16 on this list, then they wouldn't make a global event. Are they going to be just? It's power, Josh. It's power. Are they powerful?
Billy's more powerful.
but
Okay,
if Kurt, show
that's
me
an
this again.
answer.
If Heretics played Billy, you're trying to tell me with a straight face that Billy wins.
Are you telling me that you believe in Heretics from what you've seen in them at kickoff so far? They were playing some terrible Valorant.
Yeah, but
If you're talking about good Heretics, like prime
Sure,
Heretics,
Neon
I'm
Meta,
not a
they've
chance.
got
I'm
Mini Boo
talking about-
coming in. Like
Mini Boo!
wait,
wait, what?
She's
era
full
of
on
ours?
living in the cope.
you think Billy would win this? The problem is
What
that
I
they're-
want from Heretics.
they're playing against teams that know what they're doing, mate.
Do they? Do they know what they're doing? I'm talking about EMEA.
Does
out
anybody
here.
know what we're doing? Do we know what we're doing? What's
Dude,
why,
once
who
we
are we
got
to
Mini
I'm
judge?
okay
Boo
with
plays, it's gonna be crazy.
I'm okay with putting Heretics above. If you think Heretics are going to play better than they did in kickoff and they would definitely beat Billy, I'm on board with that. I'm just saying, if we match those two teams up
I
at
gotta stand up.
kickoff,
I gotta
I
put
don't
my
know
desk
who's
in
winning that
sports
game.
mode.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Oh boy, dude, put him in there then. Shut.
Can I get a sound effect at least?
Yeah, what the hell?
Sorry, I was. Doesn't matter.
The sound of it, I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty quiet.
Is it? I feel
Yeah.
like it makes a.
No, it was just like a. Yeah, it was pretty quiet though. Didn't pick up.
Then put the
Pick
other
up.
two
I'm
Chinese
getting
teams in
more
there.
blood flow now to my whole body now that I'm stood up. I'm getting active.
Two Chinese teams?
Yeah, put them
Two.
both in there.
That's the quote.
No. We can't be putting. EDG are lost in the sauce, bro. They've just. Oh, by the way, EDG have made a roster move, haven't they?
Who?
Yeah,
EDG got rid of
probably?
CB and added Jenny back in.
I think that might. Well, they still have.
Okay,
They
if
have.
we're being
more-
serious
They're
about
lost!
Heretics,
They're lost! They are
have
completely
more-
lost!
They've got a lot of issues. They got a lot of.
They are
issues.
reduce, reuse, recycling with their roster.
But-
In serious with Heretics, though, besides you joking about Miniboo, do you think Heretics can actually play this meta? Do you actually think they have like someone who's going to be a good Neon player that can like flex to do it? Like,
Comeback's a good
No.
Neon player.
you think so?
No, come back.
I don't think so.
He's a good Neon player.
Comeback's a scopes merchant that,
He's a scope.
and
merchant.
Woot's also a beta, so they can't make anything work.
I
with
don't want to
that
rate them
team in
that
this
high.
meta. Comeback. is
Don't rate them
struggling.
that high, my guy. We're talking about 26th, aren't we?
Yeah, that's
Shit.
mid-table
Yeah.
in the world. 26th best team in the world. That's a fucking accolade. I'd love to be the 26th best team in the world.
I think. Let's put JDG at 46 a little bit higher.
JDG. I do think we can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's good.
I agree with that though.
Then where would you slot EDG? Would EDG
Tough
be
team, man.
49th?
Tough. That's tough. 49th. It's rage bait.
EDG,
Pure rage
EDG
bait.
were better than Loud. No, were they? Hold on, EDG are really similar to Loud. The team has no idea what they're doing, but they have a cracked chamber player.
Hmm.
EDG against Loud would be pretty close.
Is EDG better than Envy? I think they beat Envy.
Well, Envy have other
mess.
stuff going on.
Yes.
They have other like out of game debuffs occurring constantly.
Dude, I think we have to move Zeta down.
Down?
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah.
They were
can't
bad.
Okay.
aim that well.
Who did they beat? They beat someone. Oh, Secret.
Well,
Right.
if you're moving
Yeah.
Zeta down, surely you move Varel down too.
I think they can look better than Zeta, but yeah, we can do.
You wanna swap them around and then
Varel played better than Zeta did.
Can someone nominate me? I did not watch the China group stage. Can one of you two nominate a Chinese team to be free, like, and not even that free, just like one place up?
DRG.
Is there any
DRG.
nominees?
Because DRG actually mad underperformed because they were playing some troll-ass comps. This team should have been the best team in China, DRG. I mean, you guys remember them from turning up to previous events.
Yes,
like,
they were
Vukashu's a
good.
fucking freak.
They
Spirit's a
fuck with
great
their Gecko.
aimer. They
They
play
fuck with their
Reyna
Gecko
on
on
like
the road.
they play Reyna on like 2 of their maps. They play Gecko on a couple of their maps as well. They're
they're ahead of
they
the
were
meta,
playing the
man. They're ahead of
world's
the meta.
worst
They're just
compositions.
they're playing like a patch ahead. They already know what changes are going to be made.
Reyna just got nerfed.
Well, you can't.
I mean, the
okay.
Gecko, I'm with you, but like the Reyna
Okay,
is
but-
getting worse and worse every patch.
The theory has fallen flat immediately. He's dissected it, chat. He's dissected it. I don't know.
I think DRG though should have been playing a lot better than they did in kickoff. I'm down to
36?
throw them in. They're not going to be better than Eternal Fire.
6
though.
times
Oh,
6,
well, maybe.
36?
I don't know.
Without SOP, they might be.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, so what the fuck is the Eternal Fire roster? Who's even playing Duelist for them?
Izzy's playing, I
Oh,
think.
Izzy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, go on. Give DRG a little treat. Oh,
Okay.
man, that feels wrong, but all right.
Let's go
Who do
roll
you
by
want?
roll.
Who
then.
do you want? You get one change. You don't have your glasses on. Who do you want? You get one change. Can you pull up the thing, Kurt?
This camera angle is so cruel to Alice.
No, you can move any team wherever you want.
You guys got to be fucked.
Wait, why?
What's wrong with this?
Ranking all VC.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Y'all are
That's what I'm saying. It's fucked. Okay, but what would you change? Because you were actually every take you had about Santiago was
delete
correct.
all of them.
Delete all of them.
Delete VCT because this is not
Okay.
healthy for you guys.
All right, the power ranking's over.
It's done.
It's
Take a
done.
That was-
screenshot.
It's technically one change.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go row by row. 41 to 48. Are we happy with this? Is Secret low enough? I'll ask.
Is Secret low enough?
No, honestly, they're not.
Having put
but-
him below JDG.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
What is that based off of?
I think Zeta
Nothing.
has to be close in there as well.
Yeah, Zeta's bad too. Put Zeta underneath Thyy and Trace, maybe.
Sure, next to Wolves.
Yeah, next to Wolves. Wolves also looked like pretty bad.
I
too.
didn't watch any of China, so I don't know. But
we've just full on
wait.
kicked Nova off the bottom of the list.
Put Nova in 40. Why not?
We're gonna get Thyy up there.
Um,
I think it's not an insane ranking that we've done here.
it's
But
insane, bro. This is insane.
But-
It's
but
I mean,
it's an
it's an
insane
insane thing to
concept.
do, but it's not
Yeah.
that bad. Obviously, everyone's going to pick their team and go, "Oh, they're going to be above," but who gives a shit?
yeah, that's true.
Looking at
Very
this
true.
ranking, Sentinels fans are delusional.
We should probably put them lower. If we're thinking, right, we know this isn't going to be a proper ranking at any point. It's just going to get screenshotted and people are going to talk about it. We should
Yeah.
really be just trying to maximize engagement.
No, you should. You look into your crystal ball. What's going to happen? Do you guys think Lev is
Sentinels at 38.
Going to
Yeah,
continue
so-
to struggle?
I think
That's a
Lev.
good question.
I think Lev should be higher up.
I
actually.
agree.
No,
My
Lev. No.
expectations for
They're
Lev
lost
are
in the
higher.
sauce, bro.
Oh, I think they're lost.
They're lost
No,
in the
but they're-
sauce.
I think
They're
lost.
lost in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, but they're about to venture
They're
out
not.
and discover themselves. They're
They're
about
not.
to find the manna from heaven.
No, they're not. They're
They
talented
are.
players, but they're being mismanaged. No, they're not.
I was listening to an interview from Owner. In fact, it was actually the one that we did with him. We didn't run it on the show, but we did an interview with Owner, and he was saying that like he doesn't want his players to be playing this passive, but for whatever reason, they're not going and like going for the opportunities. He still wants them to be playing spread defaults and like slowly taking space around the map and that kind of stuff. But he sounded disappointed with the lack of proactivity from the individuals in the games. I don't think he wants them to be playing that style or like that slow, tedious pace. I think he still wants them to be looking for opportunities while they're doing that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna make it. I think they're
Okay.
gonna make
They're
it to the
gonna
promised
make it.
land.
Here's the compromise. Okay, so if we swap Sentinels and Lev,
Yeah.
this way, we guarantee that Sentinels will do well. Because what we're trying to do here is set the community expectations for Sentinels in the bin, so that the players don't have that weighing on them, and they actually perform well.
Jerrwin's going to actually go, hold up. Plat Chat said we were 30th. So
Yeah.
all
Didn't we
10's
tell him to click off
comparisons
the
don't
episode?
matter, and I'm
Can
going to
we-
be
Well,
great.
but they're not going to listen to us. They don't listen to anything we say.
I kind of think
Can we throw EG down a couple places as well, though?
You just don't like EG.
I don't think they're that good.
I
He
mean,
just doesn't fuck with them.
from 28th to 30th.
Are they worse than Gen.G?
They're worse than the potential of Gen.G. In terms of are they actually worse? No, Gen.G were dog in kickoff.
I
But it
think
was
they-
like, it was unbelievable, the shit that I was watching from Gen.G. Like, it's the kind of mistakes you can't repeat twice. They're actually going to run out of mistakes to make.
Yeah.
We got a few outrageous ones. I think the biggest one for me is K-Corp, man. But I guess we're considering their changes, right?
Yeah, this is with changes.
This is with changes. Okay.
This is with narrate.
Then I can get on board with it.
It is egregious compared to where they've actually
Yeah, it is.
performed.
Should Giant X be there?
Above them, at least. Yeah, but
Giant
The-
X
the-
are going to
the
be
problem with
better
Gi-
if we go back to solo duelist.
that's what I was going to say. The problem with Giant X is what half are they playing?
Are we
They
in?
don't- they don't
We
have
might
double
be in a
duelist.
solo duelist meta after this.
Yeah.
With the Euro nerfs.
Yeah.
Possible.
Do you guys think
People
loud is
play solo Neon, but
too high?
loud?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Loud were
Yeah.
worse than Envy and Crew. Yeah, definitely. What were we smoking putting them here?
But Crew, you haven't seen play.
I don't give a fuck. Loud were worse. Loud were disgusting. I mean, actually, just
Nah, they were really bad.
They were
quite
horrible.
bad.
Can we actually put them down in the China zone?
I think we just straight up swap. What if we just swapped Loud and Crew and we just say Les and Sarak? We actually have a little bit of belief in.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they'll be better than EDG.
You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think
I-
so.
I
I
don't think
legitimately
that's too
think
bad.
so. I think that Crew team, like, remember how excited we were? I know we've been fucking putting under the steamroller by watching a sub roster play an entire split, but like the real Crew roster is exciting if they get their fucking visas.
Yeah, and Harbour got buffed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Wrong.
real.
He's not wrong.
Wait.
I'm looking at Eternal Fire and thinking,
They lost the best player, mate.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I've been silenced.
Immediately shutting that down.
I've been
Don't get
silenced.
me
Sorry,
started.
yeah.
I got it.
What about New Foot with?
Mate, if they lost Gaius, bro, it's done. We should have him bottom line.
You think?
We've seen them before. When this guy leaves, they look clueless.
Yeah, but they were bad with him back as well.
True.
Maybe they've just lost it. Maybe they lost the
They're
source.
still
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. No more egregious. Should we let the chat make one decision?
Put just
Yeah, I'm down.
Giant X in
I'm
the
actually down to let
off-season event.
chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we've never let the chat make a
We should-
decision about our rankings ever
Let me
before.
pull up the
true,
stream.
that's
What
true.
are they
This
saying in
feels
the
like a
chat
good
right now?
time to
How do
do
you
it.
want to word it? Like, who's the most outrageous? Who should we swap or just?
I don't know. I think just let them spam random shit and we just pull one out.
So how do
Team
we
Secret
pull it out?
48.
How do we pull it out?
I'm seeing a lot of Sen at 48.
No,
And that could be
that's-
really
48.
funny. That genuinely, I
Send down.
wonder about we could do it like a psychological study here. in terms of the effect that we have upon the team's performances.
Dude, there's some Thyy believers. Are we sleeping
Yeah.
on Thyy?
I mean, Thyy did all right, and they do have some like decent players. It's just that China was so horribly, horribly bad. Like Slowly's good, Splash is good. The players are strong, but man, they lost it.
Thyy above foot.
They
Oh, jeez.
Thyy above foot is that's what someone wants.
Well, I mean,
You
that's
have the
just one
power
change.
to change
That's pretty
something
good,
and you do
James.
that.
This is one change.
There's
We can
no
do that.
way.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
It's
do
like
it for
a
the
tiny
chat.
little change,
You know
man.
what? The community's been begging for Thyy to be above
You know
foot.
what's so funny as
And
well?
then we can
It's
blame
like,
the whole thing on them.
I think okay.
Dude.
Go ahead, Bren.
I was just gonna say the chat is already like kind of unusable these days in Plat Chat VALORANT because you end up with the GE fans getting rage baited by the people who know that it's really easy to rage bait GE fans, and you're seeing it in real time. The cultures clash as people say GE lower versus GE higher, and it's like the most spoken chat messages right now. But it's
GE,
because there's just they get rage baited all the time.
I think we've
also,
got GE in
they
the
are
most
decent.
perfect spot. I think GE couldn't be in a better spot. I think
No,
out of
they're
all
good,
out of
right?
all 48 teams, we've nailed GE the most. 20th is perfect. It is, bro. It's
absurdity.
perfect. Look at it.
I think you're right.
absurdity.
I think we can't touch GE even though they're the most mentioned team. I think the
I do
second
like
most
that we have like the
mentioned team in chat
rage
is-
bait circle in the middle of just GE and Sentinels in there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, T1 at 9th, I think, is the most possibly egregious one.
I agree.
But I don't know where to put them.
does RRQ beat T1? I don't think so.
Well, they
They-
literally didn't.
They
but
literally
also,
didn't. They got
but
3-0.
Does
okay.
MIBR beat
I think
T1?
MIBR beats T1.
I don't think so.
Guys, we can't be saying that America's is this good though.
I think MIBR they were a symptom of the
G2
format.
barely beat T1 after a 10-2
I think they
comeback.
could have won. But what do you mean they're symptoms? They
G2 have-
they lost 3 BO5s, little bro. Like the what do you mean?
Please swap Loud and Zeta, I just saw in the chat. I mean, both of those teams were shite, but at least New Loud. What is New Loud, actually? What is New Loud? They have Erda
It's-
instead of...
Cows in, right?
Is that the only change that they made?
I think so. I think it was going to be 2 and they settled for 1 and they got Verti back.
You
DRG
can't.
up, loud down.
Well,
I
did
don't
they
know.
get rid of
You wanna
did they
obliterate
get rid of
MIBR?
Pancada or did they get rid of Cowan's in? No, I don't
Oh,
know.
it was-
I think I wanted them to
They
We're
were
in
get
a
rid of
thinking-
sky
Cowan's
meta.
in.
Cowan's in a
thinking
sky
about-
meta.
They were thinking about getting rid of
Closing
Cowancy,
the
but they
chat
did
now.
actually
Oh,
get rid
they
of
got rid of
Erda.
They got rid of
Oh, sorry, get
Pancada.
rid of Pancada and bring in
Yeah,
Erda.
yeah. So they still got Cowan's in there who can't use
Who's
like,
IGLing?
scan initiator.
Erda's IGLing? Or
He'll play
Kawanzin's
Sky, it's
IGLing
fine.
now?
Oh no, but
What
he
is
will
going on
be
with that
Sky.
team?
Yeah, you're right, dude. This might actually
No,
save
it's a
them.
sky meta. It's actually a
Yeah,
Kawanzin meta.
Sky's
All right,
actually
leave
gonna
them where
save
they
this
are then.
team.
Leave them where they are.
This guy can't play scan, but he's a fucking sick Sky.
What's
Fair
going on
play.
with Envy? Yours being
They're too
nerfed
high,
again.
baby.
we still haven't done the chat one. Which one do we pick for chat?
Yeah, we did. Move Foot and Thyy.
Foot and
Foot
switch
and
foot.
Thyy.
They were begging for it.
They were begging for it. One person. One
Thanks,
individual. No, outside the chat has not been useful. I opened it up and it was they were just once they realized we were reading it, they just moved to rage baiting us, away from rage baiting the fans. So I had to close it down for my own sake. But Envy should be lower. No, yours being nerfed.
Oh,
Can they be below Loud?
DRG and Envy
Great
swap.
question. Maybe they both should be lowered.
maybe Varel will be better than both of them now that they've figured out what they're doing in
I think we've
Tier
been
1.
very nice to Varel here. Send
They
DRG
played,
and
they
Envy
played
swap.
better in Ascension than they did in Tier 1. But I mean, like, their actual own gameplay. They moved away from what was working well for them. They were playing,
Yeah,
some passive, slow, work the map type shit. I want you to run at people and fight them.
Hmm.
Swap
They kind of got
Nongshim
limit
with
tested with
Global.
that though.
That's another good suggestion.
What's that?
Long
All right.
for global, yeah.
No,
Ev-
shit.
I think everybody gets to make one change, and your change could be no change. So we'll start with Mimi. Thinking?
I'm locking in. I'm thinking. What do I want to change? Josh, do you have
What?
one in mind? Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
What? Go ahead.
Go on.
We're only allowed to swap 2 teams, right? Or are we allowed to move some and then it all gets shuffled down? Or are we just swapping?
Ooh.
Well, let's hear your
Swapping's
pitch and we
funnier. Swapping's funnier. I'm going to swap Vitality and 100 Thieves.
You're so
Oh,
stupid.
motherfucker.
You're so
Look
stupid.
at how many emails.
Vitality are getting Sayonara in. The roster's
so
goated. They're going to perform better. 100 Thieves have shown their
Look at how
Solowele,
many
shown their
EMEA
Sage.
teams we have in our top 16, bro. We're cooked.
We just worked out that EMEA is awful.
Yeah.
Then you've got
Well, I say just worked out. I mean, we've known it for years.
And
But...
100 Thieves have 2 EMEA coaches
Okay, yeah.
who were doing really well in kickoff.
well, Mimi, what change are you making?
What change am I making? Pull it up again. Can I fix this? Well, I guess I can't touch 100 Thieves. That would be unethical. That you made your swap. You've
No,
done
you
your
can-
thing.
We've done it before where people just change it back.
Hmm. Well, if I swap them, that cooks DFM, which I don't want. And it doesn't mean that much for them to just be above DRX, even though I think that team will be better than DRX. And probably DFM as well. Envy for DRG.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Whoa.
Envy too
Sure.
high.
Okay.
I think that team's
Because of the
cooked.
Euro changes?
Yeah. Euro changes, I
yeah.
think that they didn't have a real direction in kickoff, and DRG underperformed, but their peak is higher.
Can I do? Can I do Sentinels move down?
Where? How far?
Can you shift up EG Crew and EDG up 1 and put Sentinels behind EDG?
All right.
I want the players to succeed.
So you're
That's
doing it
all.
for the
That's why I'm
players.
doing this. I want the
Okay.
players to do well.
Yeah,
And I think this will give them this will give them inspiration. This will give them some leeway, a bit of breathing room where they feel like they're not being crushed by fan expectations.
I just realized I put Envy under Varel. Fuck my life.
So in my head, I'm looking at K Corp Lev. I could switch them or FPX Team Secret. that's where my head's at.
FPX Team Secret. Oh, right. Okay.
But-
Another roster move we didn't discuss, actually. FPX signed Kovac. You know, like the guy who was playing on... Was he
Yeah.
on Gen
Like the
Mates
guy who
last
invented
season?
the aim trainer.
Not the guy who invented
Yeah,
the
yeah,
aim
him.
trainer.
Oh.
No, the Swiss player who was... honestly, I thought he was kind of... no, he wasn't on... Was he on Mates? Am I losing my mind? Was he on Vitality?
Kovac. Yeah, he stayed on
Yeah,
Vitality.
yeah,
He
on
filled in, right?
Vitality, yeah. And now he's joined, according to us, the 47th best team out of 48 in VCT. So good
Respect.
move from him.
Switch K Corp and Lev, man.
Yeah. Well,
Dude, I just can't get over how bad K Corp were at the beginning of.
okay.
Like if we're actually just
Okay.
looking at
I
just
don't mind
purely
this.
kickoff, K Corp should be wholly down there. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm lowering the expectations, giving the coaches some breathing room,
Okay.
doing what you
Okay.
did with Sanders coach wise.
Did
Raise
we
the
achieve our
expectations for
goals
Lev. What were our goals?
to effectively farm engagement for the show?
Okay. Probably.
Okay.
I think we hit that. Do you think we made the most amount of people unhappy?
Ooh. No.
'Cause do you remember
No, we
before we
didn't.
went live, we said, okay, when we do the 48 teams, let's try and make the least amount of people happy.
Can I make a
Mm.
change that will make the most people unhappy?
Mm.
Maybe.
Paper X getting bodied in that grand final means they should be below NRG. Put 'em in
They
third.
beat Energy.
They beat him
They
twice.
beat them, man.
We had
They're not-
3
they're
games.
not
They
as
beat
good.
him.
They
They're not
beat
as good.
them.
They're literally
They
better.
got absolutely flattened in the grand
No,
finals.
I'm
They're
sorry.
not even
If
that
we're
good
rating-
of a team. Put them
No,
in third.
I'm sorry.
Based.
No.
Based,
No.
honestly.
I'm telling you, it'll make the most people unhappy.
I mean, yeah, it would.
If that's the goal.
No. I want to... No.
All right. Okay.
You know what? I think if this
You're
is
all
the
big
Plat
on
Chat power
the
ranking,
truth.
we're only overrating G2 some. I think we need to overrate them further. If it were
No.
to be a
Second best.
true Plat Chat power ranking,
Hmm.
that's the true rage bait.
The T1 rage bait is still strong from Santiago.
The T1, yeah, the T1s are pretty high here, especially as they lost to Liquid, who's
I
12.
can't comprehend the T1 power ranking that you guys did.
So
It was
T1 looks
Achilles.
good in that final.
my
You know, it was
understanding-
literally
They looked
Achilles.
really good in that final, and they're masters merchants. The
that's-
players
that's-
were in form.
I missed one
They
game
were good for this meta.
because the schedule was crazy, and the one game I watched before Plat Chat was RRQ T1, and T1 looked unbelievable. So I was
Yes.
fresh after watching T1 thinking,
Yeah.
shit, they fucking solved it. Then Achilles was putting them number 1, and I'm like, well, I can't argue against it. I've just watched them. They're legendary. They use ults every round.
that's the barrier for success these
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
We did it, team.
Sick.
We
did it.
could
Yeah,
switch
I mean,
T1 and MIBR, but
I'm doing it.
no. No, MIBR too high. MIBR, we have too many Americas and
good.
free
This
MEA
is good.
teams in our
This is
top
good.
16.
No.
guys.
Actually, it should be this.
we're overrating Americas again. No, because now we're... Oh, boy.
T1 beat RRQ in the they
T1 3-0
It
them.
They
doesn't,
turned them into
matter.
paste.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. RRQ took the most maps away from
RQ
Motion
lost.
out of anybody
RQ
this
had
year.
the same MIBR treatment. They had to play 3 grand finals in a row, right?
They lost
yeah.
all of
I
them.
don't know.
They lost all of them.
We've got
Yeah,
a
but
little 9 to 10
Imagine
chokers
playing
division.
like 30 maps in 48 hours, 72 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Tough.
Yeah.
I can't.
Actually,
I
then-
could imagine
actually-
playing 14.
Yeah, I like this a lot. No, it's there.
Perfect.
Okay.
We have all
now-
come together.
We
We're all
moved
jointly
Liquid and
responsible.
T1.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
They beat him 2-0
no.
I don't care. That was an upset.
with no
wasn't
maps.
an
They had
upset.
0 map pool.
It
Four,
was an
four
upset.
bad
What
maps.
do you mean it
That
wasn't
was
an
not
upset?
an
Yeah.
upset. That was
It's
the
an
reality
upset.
that we're living in.
Okay, now would
No.
T1
Upset
lose to
result.
Fnatic?
Retroactively, you can call anything reality because it's what happened in the past. Like,
Would T1 lose to Fnatic? I'm kind of enjoying this slander right now.
Interesting.
no, they
T1
beat
beat
Fnatic.
Fnatic.
Are you
They
sure?
beat Liquid as well if they play again. Yes.
Yeah. Agreed. T1 beat Liquid if they play again. For sure.
What
they
was
do.
T1's last
Yes.
match?
T1 probably beat MIBR if they play again.
T1's final
No.
match that we watched was them choking a 10-2 lead on Haven against G2 and losing and getting eliminated from the tournament.
Oh.
It wasn't a good way to
Pretty-
go out.
Pretty bad, yeah. It was pretty bad. It
It wasn't a good way to go out.
was pretty bad.
But it was fun if you were a G2 fan. Baby Bay was gassed about it. I like this. I think we should
Well,
lock this in.
That makes
Let's
one
lock
of
it
us.
in.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in.
Yeah, this is great, guys. I'm so proud of this. I can't wait.
I think it's very solid.
And it only took us 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was
You're
10
right.
minutes. Good job, guys.
How long did that take us?
Like 40.
Not that long. Yeah, it's pretty perfect.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
it's
it's not the
perfect.
worst for 48 teams.
Yeah.
We spent longer. We've
30,
been nitpicking for longer.
45 minutes exactly,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm.
Okay.
Part of it, I
Not
think,
bad.
is that the fight has been just left my soul. I don't wish to push back anymore. I'm just willing to accept whatever.
When you have something as ridiculous as this, it's difficult to have
You-
strong opinions about,
Yeah.
about
it's like
what's
the,
right and what's wrong.
The Dunning-Kruger graph of the more you know, the least confident you get,
Mm.
the less
Mm.
confident you get.
Oh,
It-
and
this made me feel like we were just doing like like the game for kids where there's like the different shaped holes and the different shaped blocks. And I feel like we were just putting the blocks in the right. Oh, where does T1 go? The square hole.
okay. And is that the same video where have you seen the one where they're just putting the blocks into the square hole every time?
Yes.
Where does the semicircle go? The square hole. That's some of the coaches recently, man. Let's move on to our final segment and close out the show. It's Wyatt's Weekly Award.
Oh, good.
Wait for it.
It's Wyatt's Weekly Award.
Ren, what's happened?
Bit of physical comedy. Just threw it in to spice things up, really. I don't
Brilliant.
know. There was no rhyme or reason for it. I just wanted
Okay.
to brighten people's day.
I like it. I appreciate it. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. It's lovely. All right. Wyatt's Weekly Award this week. There have been no matches of note to be played, although China did have a tournament immediately after Santiago, which is kind of fucking crazy of them, but I don't know, they do be running matches out there all the time. I don't have a nomination for the Wyatt's Weekly Award, I gotta be honest with you. I'm thinking about giving it to Bren for his piece of physical comedy.
You could give it to
any nominees?
You could give it to Sheep Esports because this entire episode was us stealing their articles,
Yeah?
or
Yeah.
to
Dude,
one of the
actually,
journalists.
Valid.
It's a great idea. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
I like
Let's give it to Sheep
I think
Esports
that's their second
for
win.
doing good reporting. Is it really?
I think they've basically done 2 episodes by themselves. So thank you, Sheep Esports.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
there you go. Yeah, they have good
The
reporting
two-time.
around the scene though.
Let's
Two-time
go.
back to back. Yeah, but dude, the chat is popping off about DRG Life as well. I'm not gonna give it to DRG Life.
Why not?
Your
Do you
gaming
not-
make a roster move and people are losing their minds about it. Dude, Life is a fun player to watch. So he's a fucking feeder. He is fun to watch.
There you go.
But we'll have to wait a little longer. It's Sheep Esports that have won it this time. Okay,
Well,
that's it for our show then.
that was one of the episodes of all time.
All right, Bren,
Yeah,
Bren,
it's good.
Bren, show an emotion, and we'll try to guess what it is just by seeing your eyes. And then you'll tilt the camera down.
I
so
mean,
we
he's
can see the
shocked,
full-
isn't he?
You're doing a
Surprise.
YouTuber
Shock.
face. You're like,
Wait, you just changed it.
Did he?
oh, now you're scared.
Oh, I didn't
Whoa.
get that. It's
All
like
right.
disgust, pain,
Kind of shocked.
a little bit. Give us another one. Give us another one. Best of 3. Well, no, you have to.
We can see him now.
We can literally see you. You have to tilt the camera.
It's like
This is
putting a
good. The
mirror
card's
in
got
front
all
a
of his things for his
5-year-old.
thumbnails. Yeah.
You are pumping the world's most gigantic.
Excuse me.
No.
No.
All right. I was just guessing.
No.
All right. Well,
No, I wasn't.
let's wrap up the show then. Let's wrap up the show. That's Valorant. That's Plat Chat
Audio
Valorant.
listeners.
That's
Valorant,
Valorant,
baby.
boys.
That's
Valorant,
baby.
baby.